Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times. No flashing, and above all else, if you need to spew, spew in this. Backyard Boys with special guest, Chris Abels, who's now on the Shuli Network.
That's right. Welcome, Chris Abels. Of course, the new entrance into the Shuli Network. You're the host of Replayables, also a co-host of Levy Land, and of course, you're an active comedian traveling around, doing lots of touring around the country. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Doing good, guys, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it, man. That was a hell of an intro, by the way, Mr. A. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, he's got the pipes for it.
Yeah, he does. So he freaking kills it, man. But yeah, long time no see, guys. Haven't been on BYB in a while.
Yeah, they're called crack pipes.
So haven't seen you guys in a while. I see Bobby Nick all the time, Quadfather. We haven't had a chance to hang out. Lemmy, Mr. Amish, one of my favorite people, man.
Hello,
Amish. Yeah.
how you doing, buddy?
Good, brother. So I need a couch. Can you make me one?
Now, see, I don't do upholstery.
Oh, okay.
I do houses. I do frames.
There we go. Nice. That's the way to go. Mr. Amish, I've seen your appearance on the ladies' channel. So that was a great appearance, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Amish?
Yeah, man.
That is fun.
He's on his rum spring right now.
Yeah, they tore him up like a dog, the dog that he is.
Yeah, the Rumspringer, man. It's always a good time.
We love our ladies over here.
Yeah. So, what's going on, guys? Stevie.
What's up with
Mish.
you? How did you end up on the Shuli Network? How did that come about?
No, you said Rumspringer. That's my favorite band from Germany.
Schneider. Oh, that's
Rump
wrong.
Springer? Like they go out and do stuff with their rump?
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
You should be, Stevie Lou.
Yeah, you should be. Your camera's on.
Oh, shit. No. BYB, baby. So Derek, what happened was been doing the show on my channel, and the show will continue on my channel. We just got to figure out what day of week to do that. So started the show. Show's been growing, man, because of everybody that's in the Dabbleverse and the community and stuff like that. So appreciate everybody that's like in the chat watching the shows. And then eventually I approached Shuli and said, hey, man, I'd like to bring Replayables over to the Shuli Network. And he said, yeah, absolutely. And we got lucky. We had a great debut show, and everybody tuned in, and super chats were through the roof, and it was fun, man. So the show got a little bit of exposure from there, and it seems like it's taken off now. So that's we'll just continue, man, and we'll continue bringing people on as guests each and every week, which is what we love to do, whether it's people in the chat or people that we come across that are friends of ours. Like I already told Mr. A that we'd like to have him on. Obviously, Quadfather, Bobby Nick, Stevie Lou, of course.
I'm busy.
Man.
I'm busy. Very busy.
I need you, Stevie Lou. I need you to come on.
You're gonna make a quick 400.
Yeah, that's right. Deadpool does watch. Deadpool does watch, and so I was like, "That's a nice little bounty." So yes. I was like, All right, man. So if things tighten up, we'll have Stevie Lou
Yeah,
on.
you let me know when things
Yeah.
get tight. Otherwise, I'm very, very busy.
Yeah, brother. So,
No,
and,
of course, I love you, Chris. I'd come on anytime you need, buddy.
Thanks, brother. And Jerry and Mr. Amish, absolutely, man. We'd love to have you on too. So
Now I gotta
So
ask
Friday-
Chris, how long do you think your liver's gonna last through the run of the show?
yeah, so let me tell you, Bobby Nick, the first time that happened, that was like not on purpose. It was just something that happened. The people in the chat were going crazy. And actually, when I first pitched the show to Shuli, he goes, "That's a drinking show, right?" And I was like, "No, it's not, man. That's why I want to come on the Shuli Network. I'm trying to save my liver." And unfortunately, it escalated from there. So, so now the show's associated with being a drinking show. And we took,
I love it.
yeah.
Cheers.
There you go. There you go, brother. Yep, that's what you need, man.
It's funny,
And,
Chris. This is our show is called an antidepressant show.
Oh,
where
nice.
A lot of people are taking, SSRIs and all sorts of brain mood stabilizers.
I thought the show was called Retardables.
Oh,
But you should market that, man. Absolutely. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just taken off that way, and people are having a lot of fun with it and stuff like that. I've got a bunch of people that are piping in, and they're like, "Hey, you need to set levels to this and stuff like that." No, we don't, man. We're just going to keep running the show the way that it runs, and as long as people are having fun, because it's on a Friday night, you could be out doing other shit and stuff like that. So as long as everybody's tuning in and they're having a good time, we don't care. So
don't you love that, Chris? Chris, when you're
Yeah.
doing a successful thing, having a good time, and people try to tell you how you should be doing it and how you're wrong to be doing it with like 9 people on screen at once, and how that's just not how you do things. And meanwhile, here we are.
Yeah, you guys have been kicking ass, man, from the jump, and so you made the changes that you need to make. The show is what it is, and that's why people tune in. They love the show.
Tried to make the changes, but Bobby P wouldn't leave.
So, eventually you will.
Yeah,
Shit, we gave him
he keeps
cancer.
coming
We didn't
back
give him
crying,
cancer.
please, and we feel bad
So-
for him and let him back.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's the way it goes. And you guys know the format of your show. You know how your show runs, and that's all you need. So, I mean, you keep doing.
But you changed it up a little bit on your show because now you're doing like the super chats per drink. I noticed like any super chats you're doing now, you got to take like a shot. So now,
Well, yeah,
it
I mean,
seems
that's
like
out of
you've
respect.
stepped up the drinking.
Yeah, that's out of respect to the people that are giving us their money. I mean, you know, we don't ask people. We're not like begging for super chats and shit like that and stuff like that. But if people want to give us their money and stuff like that, and that's what they're tying it to, you got to respect that. So, I mean, it is what it is. We're having fun, and so we'll just continue to have fun.
Respect.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, brother.
No, I was watching the show the other day where Joe, your producer, who filled in for Bobby Fran for one evening.
He's not a drinker, man. Yeah, he is not a drinker.
Not at all.
So before
What
the show
does that
started,
mean? Like he didn't drink, or he just can't handle his booze? Like he got real too fucked up.
no, so like
This
he's
way.
not. He doesn't typically drink. Like he's not one of those guys that's like, hey, I'll have a beer or whatever. But he was like, hey, I'm coming on replayables. So before the show started, he holds up a 6-pack of Modelo. And he was like, hey, man, I'm ready for tonight. And I was like, oh, brother, get ready because the super chats are going to hammer you right away. Yeah. And they did. They hammered him right away. I mean, I think we were 15, 20 minutes in, and he started throwing up, and it just continued from there. So, yeah, it just continued from there, man. It just was downhill.
Hey, Chris.
And, yeah.
I know I hate to cut in here, but I got some breaking news.
Yeah, go ahead.
Derek, breaking news.
We're legitimate news source.
Sorry. I get what you're going
Wow,
for.
I completely just put the brakes on.
Even had a
Put the
question
brakes
for
on
him.
everything, Stevie. Goddamn it.
Handle on
Wow.
the train.
We had Scotty on, man, Scott Fitzpatrick, and he was drinking milk because he doesn't drink it.
right.
He,
Yeah.
he's not
Oh, he doesn't
lactose
drink
intolerant.
either.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Yeah, don't talk over the announcements. According to the news, we have breaking news here. It says Constellation Brands, the company that produces Modelo, is announced there's going to be a shortage of Modelo for the end of the summer due to some distribution mistakes. Yeah. So
No.
yeah, I understand you're a big Modelo drinker. That's basically your brand.
Absolutely, man.
Holy, look at him. He's got a 24 ouncer there.
Oh, yeah,
Big
baby.
daddy.
I was coming on
Tall
BYB,
guy.
man. We got to celebrate, baby.
Did you know they make 32-ounce glass bottles of Modelo up by me in New York?
No, but you know what? Stevie, grab me one, man.
Yeah,
So
I will grab one, vacuum or bubble wrap it and send it down.
Yeah.
Less
Yeah, brother.
Stella. You should drink less
It is
Stella.
going to be less Stella.
Less Dello. Yeah.
Have you ever
you know
had
what?
Modelo Negro?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've tried that. The Modelo Oro, I like that, especially on
Modelo
replayable nights. Yeah, man. Replayable nights, you almost got to drink Modelo Oro because it'll run through you. But there's probably a shortage because of Bud Light, man. Bud Light,
That's what I was gonna
Modelo.
say.
Yeah, Modelo's out
Exactly.
selling them. And because everybody's
Right.
put down the Bud Light and stuff. Bud Light fucked up, man. Their biggest demographic is rednecks. So you can't bring that in if that's your biggest demographic is rednecks, NASCAR, shit like that, and then try to cram that down their throat because they're not gonna stand for that.
No.
And so
we
now
are
they
not.
showed them. Yeah, now they showed them, and so Modelo moved up a few ranks, and so that's probably why there's gonna be a shortage, man.
Yeah, Modelo. I mean, that Dylan Mulvaney, she sure seems like someone that would try to shove something down your throat. Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, not only that,
speaking
but
of
you're gonna
rednecks.
try to market. You're gonna try to market beer with Dylan whatever Mulvaney.
I got
Dylan
it.
Mulvaney does not drink Bud Light. I mean, and people know that. They see through this bullshit. And so I mean that's where they're at. Rob Saul for president 2024. Who's the best PH? The best fag in the middle that loves my cock. Chris Abels isn't funny. I don't know who that is, but I've been seeing that name a lot lately in the chats, and I fucking love it. So,
I mean, I assume it's just Rob Saul.
it
Right.
might be. It might be.
Yeah.
And he's had a few drinks. He might have had a few Modelos.
But I do recognize Stephen Bull,
Yeah.
man. Stephen Bull's been diehard from the jump, and
That's our
so
boy.
we love Stephen Bull. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we definitely want to give a shout out to Scott Fitzpatrick, just a guest.
Yes.
Honey, homie, don't play that. Balls
don't
Deep's
play that.
here
Don't play that.
representing, and of
Yeah,
course
man.
Stormy. Who
Stormy.
asked, who the hell invited the Amish guy? Good question.
That's prejudice. I don't
I think that other name was a goof on Homie the Clown. It's like Homie. He said, "Homie, don't play that."
Yes.
Homie.
Yeah. Yeah. Homie, don't play that, man. That's
That
a
was
good
Dan
reference.
Wayans from In Living Color.
Right.
Yeah.
I just like to give
Homie
a quick
the
shout
clown.
out to my friend Lemmy here. Hello, Lemmy. I love the T-shirt. I just wanted to show what I have over here. Look at that. Look at that. Look what I got. Beep boop 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 beep boop 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 boop
Ah.
boop beep boop beep boop boop beep boop boop. Beep, boop, boop,
I have it on
Nerd.
my phone.
Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
Look at
Nerd
this
alert!
one too. This one's actually pretty cool too. I like.
Not
this
true,
one.
Harvey, not true.
If it's in the sun, you
true,
can't.
not
It's hard to see. This is actually the star Mario. If you like change it different angles, it changes.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Nice.
I'm easily
Like,
distracted.
if only we had Ray DeVito here, you guys could play with your toys together, and you guys would have a great time.
Yeah. The
Can't
Bob
really
You want to
play
see my
No,
Luigi?
no. Can't really play with bobbleheads. I gotta go out on a limb.
Oh, look at this.
Can't really play with bobbleheads. You can play video games.
That is true. Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
is a valid point. I'll be on with Ray tonight, actually.
What?
Bottom. So yeah, man.
Tell him
10
we
o'clock.
said
Tell him the boys at BYB.
Yeah.
Tell them
Yeah.
hi from us.
Take a couple minutes to let that be known.
Oh, I
Yeah,
absolutely
exactly.
will, man. I will drop it like right at the top, and who knows, it'll probably cut me.
See what happens.
But yeah. So what's the story with Ray in BYB? You guys got to fill me in. I picked up bits and pieces of it, and so what is it?
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll summarize it. We at BYB are the real motherfuckers, and Ray DeVito is a punk bitch.
Okay. Yeah. You know what?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be happy.
Not sure that's
tell him
exactly what happened,
So-
but I guess that's
That's how I interpret the. Do I?
okay.
Am I wrong?
no.
No.
Thank you.
I shot the clerk. What?
Maybe I will have one of those Chesterfields.
I will rephrase, guys. I will drop BYB if I get a word in. Ray always invites you on a show and doesn't let their guests talk. And he yells at you, "This is my show." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but you fucking called me and asked me to come on. So
Yeah.
do you want to talk to me or do you just want me to say here?" Yeah.
No, I just brought you on here to listen to me. You're my audience. No one else is watching. That's why you're here.
So, yeah. So, Stevie, did Lemmy send you that or did you just pick it up in honor of Lemmy?
I saw her T-shirt, and I am a diehard NES Nintendo Entertainment System fan. I never progressed past that level of any real like. I played PlayStation 2 a little bit when I was like a teenager and young adult, so I have a slight affinity to that system. But where it comes and where it begins and ends is NES for me, and I still to this day play Nintendo Entertainment System games.
Yeah.
You
I've
wanna
got
see
a,
Just by the way, Chris,
brother.
Lemmy today, I actually recorded her reaction when she found out that you were going to be on the show this evening.
Daddy?
He probably lied to you. So he probably lied to you straight up. He was like, "Hey, we've got Ray DeVito tonight." So yeah, but nobody ever says that when they hear that I'm on a show.
Oh,
So,
man. Yeah, she about
I thought you were
slid
gonna
off
play
her
the clip
chair.
of that
It
girl
was
saying, "It's squirt."
disgusting display.
So, but yeah, brother, when you hit me up, Derek, and asked me to come on the show, man, you said you wanted to talk about replayables and you wanted to talk about my boy that passed away Friday night, Donnie Baker, man.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Donnie Baker.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, that was very tough to hear, man, because obviously was out on the road with him and stuff like that. Did a bunch of shows with him. He was always fucking very good to me. Always gracious guy. Made sure all the comics were taken care of no matter where we went. Just a real stand-up dude, and didn't even have to be. I mean, because realistically, we were at the venues because people wanted him there, but he made sure that we were taken care of. And one of my best moments with him was I did a show with him in Ohio, and it was actually the last show that I did with him. And when I come off stage, he was standing there and he gave me a high five and he was like, "Chris, you just fucking crushed it." And I was like, "Dude, that's a honor to hear that from you, man." And he was like, "Brother, listen," he was like, "the fucking laughs don't lie, man." And I was like, "Wow, thanks, man." So yeah, that one hurt, hearing about that Saturday, man. And the fucked up thing was, a lot of people don't know this, but Thursday night, he had texted me at like 3:30 in the morning. And it was just 2 letters that said why, and so I didn't see it because it was 3:30 in the morning on Thursday going into Friday. Friday I texted him back and I was like, "Why not?" Because I was just fucking with him.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so then he called and we were bullshitting, and we were bullshitting about some shows that were coming up in October, and I was gonna do 2 shows with him in October and one in November in Lima, Ohio. And we were talking about that, and then that was the last conversation. So that was Friday.
Jesus, man.
Fucking Saturday morning, one of my guys calls me up. That was from one of my guys calls me up, and he says, "Hey man, this is like 9 o'clock in the morning." He says, "Do you know how to get a hold of Donnie's wife?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, I said, "Why?" I said, "Is everything okay?" And he was like, "No." And then he fucking called me and he said, dude, I think Donnie died last night in Cincinnati. And I said, shut the fuck up. I thought he was fucking with me. And he said, no, and don't say anything like on social media or anything. Because at that point, it hadn't been released. And not only that, but they weren't sure if his family knew at that point. And
Jesus Christ, man.
yeah, I was like, you guys are fucking around. Well, then about 10:30 or 11, I was looking at his wife's stuff. She hadn't said anything, but I think about 10:35 they put it on his like social media, and it was his family saying last night he had a heart attack, in stuff like that, and I was like, holy fuck. And so then you know it's official. Yeah, you know it's official when his family puts it out.
Yeah,
And,
52 years old, man. That's way too young. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Did you ever meet him, Stevie?
I did not. I mean, I knew Bob and Tom's show for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but I never met him personally. You know. But again, man, sounds like a great dude who looked out for other comics, and that's not common in the fucking industry, man. You know,
especially when they're bigger like that and shit like that. When they've got those big followings and stuff. Like
a lot of big heads, a lot of big egos in the business. You know,
Stevie, I'm sure you've come across some fucking assholes and stuff like that because that's just what you do. So, I mean, when you're out on the circuit and stuff like that, and you start working with some of the bigger names, you get your fair share of fucking assholes, man.
Yeah.
One of the biggest assholes that I ever worked with was Tosh. He was just a fucking dick, and
that's Chad Zumach's boy.
Is it?
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Well, I take that back. Back then, when I was working with him, Tosh was like big drinker, fucking into all kinds of shit. He sobered up at one point, and he like apologized for the way that he acted. I mean, obviously, I didn't run into him after that, but he was a fucking dick, man. I was just talking to him about a set that I did, and I said, dude, how did I do? And he was like, he looked at me and he goes, motherfucker, do I get paid to write your shit?
Jesus Christ.
I said, no. And he goes, do I get paid to listen to your shit? And I was like, no. And he goes, then leave me the fuck alone. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, this is the way this shit's gonna go. And that was just the beginning of the weekend. So I was
that
like,
before
right,
or after he was famous from his TV show?
That was Tosh.0 was on TV. It had just started. I think that was probably like first year maybe. And so he was
starting to catch fire.
Yeah. He knew that he was, you know, going to be on TV and shit like that. So but I'll tell you, man, the nicest guy in the fucking business that has always been
like
good.
You were saying that your set wasn't very good.
Yeah, Mr. A, I believe it too, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, my shit back in the day.
Did you bomb that take, Chris?
No, I don't think I bombed, man. But
He's trying to be nice. I didn't even listen to it, man.
Yeah. No. You're probably fucking right, man. But I remember one time when I fucking did bomb, man. I was standing up there. The fucking house was packed. And I was just like, oh, man, this is going to be a good crowd, blah, blah, blah. And I went up there, and it was like a fucking record skipped, and everybody's just fucking staring at you and stuff. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to be a long 10 minutes. And, oh, brother. So I knew that it really went bad when there was a guy in the front row that was not a fucking comedian. He come up and grabbed the microphone, or was trying to. I was holding it, and he comes up, and he was like, here, and he's trying to grab it from me, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, I'm trying to help you. And I said, you're not a comedian. He was just somebody in the audience. And I was like, oh, fuck, man.
Pull the Bob Whoa!
Hey, man, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah. He just was trying to get that microphone, and I was like, oh, my God, man. And I immediately left the stage, and I was like, oh, my God, it's the worst feeling in the world.
Chris, I swear to God, sometimes when I'm on this podcast, I have that feeling that these guys are just trying to fucking pull the mic from me, and I'm just like,
feel it right now.
That shit happens, though, man. It happens on podcasts, too.
We were talking about rednecks, and I'm sure Tosh.0 does great in like big cities.
Yeah,
he's probably more of like a liberal big city type comedian.
Oh, here we go.
Do you do better in like redneck areas? Small towns, or does it matter to you at this point?
At this point, it doesn't, because the audience, when they come out and stuff like that, they come out to laugh. Where I love doing my shows is the black circuit. Because
The blacks.
Alert!
Yeah.
Alert!
yeah,
The blacks.
I love doing as
That would have been the time to do it.
Zenhauser calls it the Chitlin circuit, and I fucking love it, man. Because when they come out, they have a fucking great time. They don't give a fuck. So like, they're not, where you'll get big laughs and stuff like that. They do not give a fuck. It's like the old Def Comedy Jam, the Def Jam
crazy
days.
white boy.
Yeah, they fall out of their chair and shit like that, and I love
Literally
that
doing
shit
it.
because
Curly
Yeah.
running in a circle.
Oh, dude, they'll
But-
jump up and shit
Chris,
like that. So,
Chris, you gotta change your set a little bit though when you do that room as opposed to the white room. No?
yeah, that is
Right.
true. So usually in the white room, you can walk in and you can just like do this.
Fire it off, yeah.
So no.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that show's coming up this Saturday in Martinsburg, West Virginia. It's a nice mixed crowd. The Drunken Masters of Comedy. It's me and Tay Boogie, and
Nice.
and actually
And
following
Tay
that show,
Boogie
man,
is
he's a white guy.
black.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, is he?
No.
I was gonna say no.
Tay
you
Boogie,
ain't.
come on.
Boogie.
He looks Asian in that picture.
So after that show, this is gonna be a fun comedy show this Saturday because immediately following that comedy show, we're gonna do our first ever live replayables in front of a live audience. So we're gonna stream. Yeah, that'll be the first one, dude.
Big
Where's
so-
gonna
dog.
do that at?
yeah,
That's
man.
nice.
So we're gonna do the show, and then immediately following, we're gonna do a live replayables that'll be streaming. So we'll stream that from my channel, and then following, and then there'll also be a live audience. So the videos will be going behind us and stuff like that. So we're gonna attempt to pull this off. It's gonna be the first one in front of a live audience and stuff like that. And hopefully it goes good, man. Because if it does,
Great.
thanks, brother. If it does, man, we're gonna take it on the road and see what happens. So,
Good luck.
but yep. So this will be the first one. You guys will be able to watch it, man.
Yes.
It's going down
That's gonna be
Saturday.
Awesome.
So if you just go to the Replay Abel's YouTube channel and subscribe, Saturday about 9:30, I think is when we're gonna start. So
Very cool. Very cool.
9:30 p.m.
Nice. So
PM,
you're gonna be
Eastern.
you're gonna be doing replayables on Shuli Network on Fridays, and then what days are you gonna be doing replayables on your own channel?
So we're shooting for, I believe, Wednesday night. I'm just waiting for the producer so that way we can get that locked down. And but I think it's probably going to be Wednesday nights. And as of right now, the rumor is Levy Land's coming back Tuesday nights.
It's about time.
I'm telling you, man, it's been too long.
I was
but,
definitely going to ask you about that.
Yeah,
what happened
yeah.
with that? Because is it because you and Rob Saul fell out, and then that shit all kind of fell apart? That's why that ended up kind of ending for a minute.
Yeah, so the fallout happened. Everybody's seen it unfold. And after that night, Levy was like, "You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm done with this." He was like, "You guys just fight too much." And then initially after that, he was like, "No, wait a minute. This is good shit." And then Rob's work schedule changed or whatever, and so he could no longer do that night, and it didn't work for Levy because obviously the Uncle Rico show run on the night that Rob
At the
was off.
massage parlor?
Yeah.
Wow.
So apparently it's booming in the summer, Stevie. Everybody's got sweaty balls. So yeah. And so it just so now it's working out to where Tuesday nights, and then obviously with the Shuli channel down for a week, we were going to come back last week, and with the channel being down, we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to do it on Rumble, so we waited for this week for the channel to come back up, and then I think next Tuesday, man, it's gonna happen. So that's
Cool.
a rumor for now, man.
Nice.
So
Dig it.
Chris Abels
And
isn't funny. Says,
are you
"No, it's
keeping
because
you keeping your same producer? You gonna have Shawnee, or are you gonna have Joe, the producer, doing it?
So Joe, the producer, will do Levy Land, and the boys in the back, they will do Levy Land. Shawnee Boy will always be with me, man. He's been with me from day one when Replayable started, and we had 10 people watching us. So
Good.
So we've had
I was
fun,
getting
but,
worried because I saw this lightweight guy, and I thought this is gonna.
he's a mortal man.
Here's the moment. Watch on
and
the
not
left,
the
guys.
gun.
Here goes Joe.
No.
He is slandered to me. Yes, Joe. You are a mortal man. There you go, man.
Oh my
Right there,
god!
fan of the poon. I'm down 256 pounds. Joe, man, you
I'm
have
sorry.
just gained a fan in the poon,
Oh.
man. Oh my gosh, this is nuts.
Listen to
Is that
that.
what it is?
You
Yeah.
never, I challenge anybody.
Let's
You
hear
can't drink me under the table.
Oh man.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, Joe.
Okay with the
Wow.
Got him.
Wow.
Got
That was
it.
the first time I
You
saw
guys got
that.
a long
Somehow I missed
yeah.
that, man.
Yeah, he went
Damn.
down, man. He went down quick too, and so
And,
I
and
mean,
he
down
kept
goes
drinking after
Kermit.
that too.
Down
He
goes
did.
Kermit.
yeah, down goes Kermit, and you're right, Bobby Nick. He did keep drinking after that, man. I thought he would throw the towel in, and he was like, "No, I'm good, man. Show must go on." And his mom was watching that show, and that's the first time that he ever sent his mom a link to watch a show. And she was texting him and stuff. She was like, "Joe, what are you doing? Are you dead?"
God.
And she was like, "Are you drinking?" And then she thought he had a drinking problem. And so, I mean, it was fucking hilarious.
Are
I was
you
like,
okay,
dude,
my sweet baby?
yeah. I was like, probably the wrong show to send your
No,
mom.
Joe's
like,
mom was going "Balaka, malaka, lalabaka, lakbar, Joe."
praying to Allah. And so,
No, listen,
yeah.
I gotta say, I want to go on the
hilarious,
record.
man.
I know a lot of people do not like producer Joe. There's folks in our chat that'll be like, "Fuck Joe," whatever. You know, I can't find a reason in my heart to hate him. You know
He's
what I
a good
mean?
dude.
As much as people
I
do.
can't.
I've
The
had-
one video
I've been-
from the old folks home video is the one reason I don't
Right.
like Joe. If after I
Right,
saw
and I
that
never-
and I saw how he treated those old, I was over it.
Yes.
I was like, I don't get. You can
Yeah.
say everything you want about anything
Right.
else. That one moment, I'm fucking done with that guy. I don't
Yeah.
like him.
And
Yeah, I
me
never-
personally,
Is that a cancer
Treat old
treatment
people
center?
shitty, you suck.
I'm
Yeah,
not
exactly.
sure.
Call it a
I
cancer
never seen
treatment
the
center.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never
What
seen
did he
it.
do?
Well, I've seen the video, and I never condoned those actions. But one thing I did do is I said to myself, you know what? I've got a wife. I got someone that I love dearly. And
Yeah.
if she was ever in a position where, you know, she had some sort of severe health issues and treatment that was involved with that, I could see myself snapping and
Yeah.
seeing red and going completely berserk because of that situation. So I never gave him an excuse for it, but I just could empathize to that degree with him. That's one thing I would say. The gun pulling thing, never would empathize, never would condone that as well. But and I probably couldn't even empathize with that neither. So I'll leave that one alone. But when I've worked with him one-on-one very shortly, he was just a straight shooter, and I didn't get like that cocksucker prick attitude that a lot of people want to put on him.
Oh shit! I see obnoxious John in the chat, man.
OG in the house.
Yeah, OJ. So I need to send him a video. That reminds me, man, because Jake's birthday is coming up, and OJ's trying to put something together for that. So, so what about OJ, man?
What do you do in the old folks home? I need to know.
I don't know.
No, we watched it on the
I've
show.
heard about
you just
it.
don't
so-
remember. Yeah, he definitely gave
No, I don't know. I was probably drinking.
he was giving those people grief, and then it looked like some old guy was about to beat
Ready
his
to fuck
ass
him
right
up.
at the
Yeah,
very
gonna
end.
roll on him.
Like it looked like some old Vietnam vet or something was like, all right, enough of this. Because yeah, he was giving him a bad time, and then the people were like, "Oh, you need to leave." And then
Who
he
was
got up
filming
and
it?
picked up
Who filmed it?
I think
the
I don't
very good
know.
question.
I'd
I'd have to go drag it up to find it. It's,
I was
it's-
just curious. Yeah, I don't know,
think it's worth
man.
it. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, from what I know, man, Joe's a good guy. He's said a few times that he's
Doesn't
made
sound like
mistakes like that. So I mean, people say that they make mistakes. I mean, everybody
Yes.
makes mistakes,
Yeah.
and if you own the shit, then you know what can you do? So he's owned it or whatever, and I've never had any personal issues with him. He's always helped me out and stuff like that on the shows and shit like that. So I don't know. I mean, I look at it a couple different ways, you know. Just like Rob Saul saying that shit about my wife. Of course, I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I will
Yes, you were.
absolutely kill you, brother. And he was like, come to Jersey. And I was like, I don't want to waste my time driving to Jersey to punch a bag of shit. But when I see you in person, I will. And then of course you got people playing into it. They're like, you can't let him get away with it. I'm like, okay, I don't need anybody like, you know, instigating this shit. I will take care of this and stuff like that. Simpson, and we all know how Rob is. He will say shit and then later retract and stuff like that. Simpson, he's apologized 1,000 times or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I've thought about it. The reason that he said it was that is his weak fucking go-to. That's that's like that's what he says. He does
hanging fruit.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I let that bullshit. I'm not letting it slide. I'm still not saying that I fucking won't do something about it, but we'll have to see when I go to Atlantic City.
I'm not very forgiving. I do not. Nope.
Mr. A, you wouldn't let it slide?
No. If I saw them, yes, I'd tear their head off. But my thing is just, you're done. I'm done.
I know
with
a
you.
guy that he
You're
might
done
be
with me.
referring to.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where anything. I just say done. Just in real life, I tear somebody's head off because you don't say that shit. Because you wouldn't say that shit to somebody's face. You say that shit over a fucking computer. That's fucking
absolutely
bullshit.
not. But I mean, I also cut a lot of fucking ties at that point too. I was like,
Mr.
you know what?
A, hold the fucking phone. We've had
ahead,
the
brother.
most disgusting shit said about us, on podcasts, online, and this is part of the game, bro. That's part of the game. There's always going to be haters, whether it's in this situation, Chris Sable's being hated. What?
If someone just spewing hate, if you're making a joke, that's one thing. But if you're spewing hate, no. If you say something that someone would take a swing at you for over a fucking computer, no, that's fucking bullshit. If you're making jokes,
right. No,
fine.
I agree with that.
You
I agree with that.
comment.
I agree with that. I mean, obviously, I agree with that. But there was like a bit of an escalation here. It's not like fucking Saul, and I hate to be the one that's trying to like sound like I'm defending this guy for a fucking second. You know what I mean? But Chris and Rob were fucking chirping at each other for a little bit, and then Rob decided to fucking cross the line and go the low road. And whenever someone goes the low road, they have the consequence of potentially getting their teeth knocked out.
Well, he also went through the low road. In number one, he has never fucking met my wife. He's never seen her. He's never met her. So I was like, whatever, dude. I was like, you're trying to fucking go at me, just with your low hanging bullshit and stuff like that. Stormy says, Chris, your wife should just offer Rob a tampon and see if she has him again.
Stormy's the best.
Yeah, dude. Stormy is great, man. Her and Scott Fitzpatrick actually came to the comedy show the night before the wedding, man. They drove down from wherever they live at, and they came down. I think they're out of Illinois, and they came down and they met everybody. They met Levy, they met DeVito, and Zenhauser and everybody. So that was really fucking cool.
They said they had a great time. They talk about it on here, talking on a No Filter, I think also.
Yeah, dude, they're great people, and I'm telling you, man, fucking Stormy, her dad Scott, they are great fucking people.
Yes, 100%.
So I was very fortunate because that night we had Shawnee Boy, my producer, which is out of Florida. He came in for it. We had Levy in the house, DeVito, Zenhauser,
DeVino.
DeVino came in, and then I mean, in Stormy and Scott and BF was in town with his wife. So it was fucking really cool to have all those people in the house, for that show. And then
Chris,
also,
I got to ask you,
brother,
something that's bothered me for a long time.
Yeah, man.
Your wedding day. No, thank you. Also that. Your wedding day. Now, you got this beautiful event. People are coming up saying hi, congratulations, giving, envelopes. And then you see Ray DeVito walk up with some wrinkled khakis, some referee sneakers, it looked like, and
it was funny.
A fucking collared shirt.
Bro,
what's your first reaction?
I laughed because I fucking laughed because first of all, he missed the ceremony, so he shows up for the reception. And
he drove how long? How long did he drive?
I'm not sure. I don't know where he came from.
Open bar?
Very long
open
time.
Bar, absolutely open bar, man.
Exactly. There
Listen,
you go.
Boys, I'm telling you guys, if you're ever partying with me, it's always an open bar. he shows up and stuff like that, and I was like, fucking right. I even told him, I was like, you missed the ceremony. And the best shit was watching him try to open the doors. So the doors slid open, and he was over there like pushing on him, fucking pulling on him, to the point that the person that owned the venue had to go up to him, and they're like, what are you doing? Like, they thought he was going to take the doors off the hinges. And so everybody fucking laughed about that. And then watching him dance was fucking hilarious.
Even down in West Virginia, Ray is viewed as a liability on 2 feet. I fucking love that so much.
In West Virginia, they look at him and they're like, and they fucking say, we're crazy. So, yeah.
Beautiful,
I mean,
beautiful.
That was the best shit ever, man.
Don't forget to tell Ray we said hi. And,
yeah, absolutely, man. I'm telling you, right at the top of the hour, you guys need to tune in just for that.
We will.
So that way you can get his reaction and stuff, because we know he doesn't watch any show but his own. So at this point, we can say whatever, man. Yeah. Stormy said Zenhauser offered me his suit to wear. That would have been fucking hilarious, man. Have you guys
been like Talking Heads? You ever seen the Talking Heads thing where he comes out with the giant suit on? He's like, Saigo? It's life during wartime, I think. All right, whatever.
Yeah, man. Have you guys, Stevie, I know especially you, have you had a chance to hang with Zenhauser, man?
Yes, currently Zenhauser and I aren't really on the best terms, but back in the day when I first started at Compound Media, he would do the Creepy Corner. Yeah. And that would be Thursday nights after Eastside Dave. So every once in a while, we would bump into each other. He didn't come off as a terrible guy back then. I will say that he was a little bit duplicitous. I would like come to him and tell him some of the crazy shit that Eastside Dave was tormenting me over. And he would kind of be like, oh yeah, buddy, like I get it. And then he'd kind of turn it around and like spread more fire. So
he's fucking funny, man.
He's a funny guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go on air right now and say I'm, so fond of him, but we did have
Didn't you do Dog Fuckers?
Times. I never did an episode of Dog Fuckers. No.
Oh shit!
No, I didn't do it. No,
See, I thought that was a genius show, man. Him and Dixon,
he and Pat, he and Pat are tight, and then me and Pat are like the opposite of tight.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. We're here to talk. We're here to talk about everything. We never shy away from anything. This is punk rock radio. But at this point, that whole camp over there has really rallied against me. So I have to be a little bit choosy with what I say, but I'm also not a scorched earth guy. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say I'm going to tear his head off or anything.
I totally wasn't even thinking about that, man. So
that we are not scared. We're not going to actually. You know what? Throw him out of here, guys. Get him the fuck.
Where's Deadpool when you need him? Yeah. See you guys.
We can't associate with your kind. That's right.
Wasn't even thinking about that, man.
No, Zen is not a bad guy. I will go on record and say Zen is not a bad guy.
Stevie, I'll be honest with you, man. I thought you were mad at me for a long time, dude, because you were doing a comedy show. Where was that? Was that North Carolina? Somewhere, man. You were doing a comedy show and you hit me up and said, hey, if you're around, man, do you want to jump on the show? Do you remember that, brother?
No, I wasn't doing a show in North Carolina. I might have been joking. Oh, no, Williamsburg, North Carolina.
Williamsburg,
Williamsburg is Brooklyn. That's what it was. We had a mix-up.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
So
Williamsburg is in Virginia, but there's also a Williamsburg. I think what happened was one day I posted that because last year I was doing all these shows in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and I think I was being cheesy, and I think you were like, "Oh shit, Williamsburg, that's not far from me," and I was like, "You're on," or whatever. Yeah. And then I never followed up to tell you that it was Brooklyn the whole time. Yeah. So I was how can I ever be mad at you? I'm an angry guy sometimes. I've been working on that, but no, I never stay mad really unless other people stay mad at me, and then it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong, and let me see. Speaking of Donkey Kong, let me see. It's got to be in here somewhere. All right, go on.
I'll tell you where my Donkey Kong
is. Actually, look at this. Yep.
Asshole.
Is it shooting barrels?
Like you said, Chris, when hanging out with you is like an open bar always.
Of course, you get to work with Levy, but I had an awesome Levy exchange from today.
Oh,
This
no.
was fucking
Tell me this
hilarious.
isn't true. Stuttering John tweeted that he can't use his laptop because he forgot his username and password. Please tell me
now
that's
you're just
not
fucking
true.
with us, people. Stop fucking with us. We love you, people. Don't fuck with us.
But, boys, see if any of that is true.
There's no
That's
way he
stupid,
fucking.
There's no way, right?
There's no way a man could be that stupid. Look, I could be that stupid if I wanted to be, but I don't want to be. But you know, I know.
You don't?
Well, she knows my past. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, so you don't know your.
Sounds legit.
So without your girl, that could happen to you.
And cancel you.
That was from today. Just Bob, he just says the most hilarious shit, dude. He's like, nobody can be that stupid. I can be that stupid. It's just the way he talks sometimes is so funny. Nobody's gonna forget a password. She knows all my passwords. I know my passwords. It's like, what do you just said like everything in 2 sentences. You said every which way.
I would never forget my password. My wife knows them all.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
can be
right,
that
man.
stupid.
So, that's what makes him a fucking genius. He comes up with that shit right on the spot. And so I mean, have you guys seen him live, man? Like on a live comedy show? Have you ever seen him live?
No,
I'm out here on the West Coast, so I'm unfortunate.
Levy? Yeah, I got to work with him once or twice up in Connecticut during the secret shows. I got to bring him up.
Oh, that's right, man. Yeah, you're right, man. So fucking watching that guy on stage, man, you just know. Yeah, you know you're watching something in the, that's just great in the making and shit like that. I've never fucking seen a stand-up that is as good as him. He doesn't just talk shit when he says he's the best. He fucking really is like a fucking goat. And not only that, but there's not a fucking big comedian in the comic world that you can't say Bob Levy and they don't know who he is. So
he never sold out.
Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right, Bobby P. He's never sold out. And if you guys remember years ago when Joe Rogan was accusing Mencia of stealing material, if you look at the beginning of that video and Rogan like starts attacking him in the club, he yells, "You stole Bob Levy's shit." And so I mean,
I've showed
right there.
I've showed these guys that clip a few times. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He says you steal Bob Levy's shit, and so I mean that says something right there, man.
Yeah, that's right.
He even says the legend Bob Levy. He says the legend Bob Levy.
The legend, yeah. David.
Or is he the Reverend?
Says it.
No, maybe he might say the Reverend.
I don't know, but he definitely says Bob Levy.
It sounds Reverend, legend sounds similar, and he's both. He's a legend and he's a Reverend. The only person that I say I saw kill as hard as Bob kills is Greer Barnes. Greer Barnes is a level
Greer Barnes.
No one can follow Greer Barnes, just like David Tell says. Greer Barnes, Chris, he's really New York City based. He was a cellar guy. He doesn't really travel too much, but if you ever bump into Greer, man, first of all, tell him Stevie Lou says hi. Greer? It's Greer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was great, man.
Guar.
If you guys actually want to see what you do, Bobby P, what I'll tell you to do is look up his Def Comedy Jam, because Greer Barnes was on like the first, if not first, the second season of Def Comedy Jam back in like fucking 1990 or 89 or something like that, and he's hilarious. He comes out with Oshkosh overalls with one thing off and a Kangol, and he's smoking a cigarette, a Newport, on stage. It's one of the most black things I've ever. Can we hit the alarm? Hit the alarm.
The blacks.
That's awesome.
So
the alarm.
The blacks. The blacks. The blacks. The blacks.
I'm a queer Barnes.
The blacks. The blacks.
Oh shit, man.
I will check that out. Yeah, Def Jam is that's
Troll. David Chandler says Levy doesn't kill, he goes full Dahmer.
That's right.
Oh no, Chandler's here.
He doesn't kill you.
And he says,
all right, Bobby, really quick before I get
the audience like blue cheese and a butt crack.
That's right, man. That is right.
So, Bobby, try to find, if anybody's
Chandler,
out there looking for Greer Barnes, it's Greer Barnes ping pong, his ping pong bit, and also his scuba diving bit. I swear to God, I put those two bits up there. His horse, his cop on a horse bit. Those 3 bits. Honestly, I don't know if there's many more better jokes.
I'll check that out, man. So I'll tell you somebody.
Seriously, Jerry, I'm not fucking around,
man. I was not familiar with Vic
Henley.
No, I know who Vic Henley is.
Yeah, I was like, you kind of sound like him a little bit.
How do you say his last name, Stevie? Being a New York guy, it's DiPatetto or how do you say that?
Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah,
So I wasn't familiar with him, man, but I was up in New York doing shows with Levy. So that's the cool thing about Levy, man. He fucking hits me up. He's like, come up to Governor's. We're doing a full weekend. And so they were talking about Vic the whole time and how he fucking blew up in the New York area. And he went to selling out the arena and shit like that. I wasn't familiar with him at that point. But I was glad to be on the shows that weekend because that's where I met Mario Bosco.
God bless his soul.
So we love Mario.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah,
we like Mario,
well, but I do know
he's funny. Kevin Brennan gives him a whole lot of shit, and that's some of that stuff is horrible. But other than that, he's a fine young gentleman.
Dude, the first time
he looks like a young gentleman, but he's 55 or whatever.
Yeah, he looks like he's 12, and
exactly.
and he's only as tall as a 12-year-old. And
so he could be a puppet. Yeah. He could be a puppet. Yeah. We don't know. Yeah. There's no proof.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry. I just looked it up. You did say his last name wrong. It's Vic. He's a pedo.
Oh no.
He's gonna love you, Mr. A. He's a pedo. So he'll be like, Mr. Amish. I'm coming for you. Yeah.
Mr. Amish.
Oh shit, man. Vic King's a pedo. But poor Bobby Nick doesn't get to see any of these people, man. Fucking freezing up there in Canada.
Yeah, he lives in a freezer.
No, they won't come here, and
Mr. A lives there to get enough Canada as well.
Stephen Bull. Chris reminds me of an old Dane Cook grinning like a rat bastard. Yeah, man. Dane Cook had a fucking hell of a run for a while, man. He took advantage of it and had a great run.
Oh, but he killed it.
Yeah,
and sorry, $2 million in the bank and called it a day, and that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
Now he drives.
He's still doing this a little bit, though, right?
Once in a while, he's doing a lot of shit out in Hollywood. Actually, I don't know if he is now, but when I went out there, that's where he was running around. Like he was running around Ice House and Laugh Factory and shit like that. So
he might still be writing for.
But we don't take Stephen Bull too serious because he also likes a cock on a horse. Count me in. Okay, whatever.
That is true.
Don't blame him.
Just like you were talking about Tosh.0, I was hearing this other show was playing old clips of fucking Dane Cook of him being a dick. There's one with like he's yelling at somebody after playing paintball or something. He's like, "You always got to find a way to come into my fun and break a rule."
Oh, dude, I've heard that. I mean, I don't know from firsthand experience, but I've definitely heard that he is a fucking asshole. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Well, just judging by his stand-up, I wouldn't venture to say he's high on coke all the time. There's no way that that's a possibility.
So, nose isn't bleeding like Artie, but yeah.
Scott Fitzpatrick, Mario Bosco is a pedophile stream.
That is true, man. So yeah, that is true, man.
Little Levy, do you know Mario Bosco?
Who, me?
Oh, she's giving us the silent treatment tonight.
Oh, are you familiar? Are you familiar?
You're wearing.
I'm familiar with the name. I've heard the name bandied about here and there.
I think you'd like him. I think you're into like freak show kind of shit. No offense. But
he seems like the kind of guy you would want to defend and need to also. Yeah.
He's a ventriloquist.
Okay, so he's a sex pest.
Yeah. He's a bit of
he's
a sex
what?
pest.
Is he a sex pest?
What's that?
Somebody who gets in, like somebody who's like looks like or was once accused of like sex crimes.
No. So I think Mario told me straight up that he's a virgin. So like he is like a 50-year-old virgin.
He looks like he could be the abuse victim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Mario is only so tall that when somebody does get abused and they bring in the sex doll, they would pick up Mario and be like, "Show me where you touched me.
Show me on the Bosco where the man touched you." You know?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Tough crowd, huh?"
The nicest.
I've seen that.
guy,
Dov Domarov keeps him around. It seems like maybe there's something going on there. I think he might be. Yeah, you could bring Mario in and be like, "Where did Dov touch you on the doll? Show me on the doll where."
Yeah.
He should hang out. He should hang out with Chris Hansen and then just catch predators.
Oh,
everywhere.
dude, he would be
Joy.
the perfect setup, like
That's right.
to lure people in. 100%. They
Bait?
can put his like. real
Yeah,
picture
come
up.
along. Why don't you come
Yeah.
over? We'll have a drink.
Wait a
Come
second.
on.
Are you
Yeah.
talking? I think I know exactly who you're talking about. He hit his cat. Is that the cat? Is that the guy who smacked his cat?
Oh, did Mario smack
No,
his
that's
cat?
me.
So I don't know. I don't know.
With
No,
Cartman.
I can't see Mario doing that. I really can't.
No. The cat would
He's a
beat the
nice
shit
guy,
out of
man.
him.
So I did that. I met him like I don't know, 4 years ago. I will say this, man, he's one of the nicest guy. He constantly will text you and stuff like that. Like that guy remembers your birthdays. He remembers all that shit. And so he will. Yeah, there he is. And so when I met him, he was on Ellen at that point, and Ellen loved having him.
He looks like Ellen too. What do you know?
Yeah. But yeah, the nicest guy in the world, man. And we'll constantly text you randomly and just be like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" So he's a very good dude in that sense, but always needs a ride and wants you to drop him off in shitty neighborhoods. And I'm like, Mario, this isn't safe for you. And he's like,
tell him to
it's
sit on a
absolutely
couple
safe.
phone books and drive.
Well, the first time he asked me for a ride, Mr. A, I told him, I said, I can't give you a ride. I don't have a fucking car seat. And so he was like, come on, man. I just need a ride back to Brooklyn. And we pulled off at some shitty 7-Eleven. He's almost like Barry Ribs in that sense.
I was going to say that. Barry Ribs.
Yeah, gets out in these shitty neighborhoods and stuff. But one
You
of the
didn't
nicest
find his
guys in the
over the
world.
top. You don't think he's kind of over the top Italian a little too much, just gangstering it up all the time? I don't know. It just seems.
No,
I think he's just
that-
an Italian.
Yeah, I think
You're
he's
not
really.
a gangster.
Yeah, he's proud of his heritage and stuff like that. So, I mean, he's the only comedian that I've ever seen that shows up in like 3-piece fucking suits. And,
He's a fancy dresser.
Yeah. For being a feature or for being like the opener, he's the only comedian that I've ever seen that wears 3-piece suits. So
Just tell him you're never gonna be a made man. Please tell him.
next time I see him, I'll say that. I'll be like, Mario, give it up. You're never gonna be made. So
You give him a picture of a saint and be like,
take it away.
He kind of looks like George from Otto and George.
Yes.
You know, dressed up.
Yeah.
Like if you just drew little lines, like one line on.
Oh my God. If Otto was still around, he would probably put Mario on his lap.
Yeah.
Suck that cock.
Yeah. Do it, Mario. Spit on it. So.
yeah, suck a cock.
He'd be like, oh, that's the first time the puppet actually spit. So holy shit.
Come.
Puppets usually spit.
Yeah.
Puppets don't
Or
usually
any
See,
of
the
you-
same joke.
Yeah, or any of you guys,
cum tastes like fucking Fruit Loops.
Rich Boss?
Can't do it until it goes on.
That was kind of Rich Boss. Yeah.
No, that was a good one.
Here's your thing. I'm a puppet.
Here's the thing: puppet acts never gonna work in New York City.
We're the same size, so I don't know.
He's litter box. Sound like Voss.
Actually, that's a guy, Rich Voss. Rich Voss, very kind behind the scenes, not an asshole like he is on air. A little bit of a weirdo because he's like vegan and doesn't like touching things, so he's got a bit of like the fucking
weird about
that thing. But he's a very, very kind guy, and he like remembers you and says hi and will chit chat and doesn't fucking want to be a fucking big guy. Another guy, because Chris, you were reminding me of like guys that are cool behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Guy TJ Miller. TJ Miller, who gets like if you read the news, you'd think completely otherwise. But TJ Miller used to hang out on McDougal. Used to hang out on McDougal Street in front of the he would we would hang out at the Grizzly Pear, and he would come in and drop in and do sets, and then he'd watch your set, and would love the sport and everything, and love the craft.
Did someone pay him to watch your set? Did someone pay him to listen to your set?
TJ Miller, not
say
Tosh.
that.
No,
seriously, TJ is a guy, like, I have his number, and I could, I kind of lost contact with him since COVID and everything, but during COVID, we were texting and shit while, like, there were no shows and shit, and he was always a really good guy to me, man, and always, like, talk sport and never tried to big time you, so.
He would be an absolute good get for BYB, man. Because he would like the format and shit like that, man. Yeah, and
I love that dude.
So yeah, I think
not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I'll keep that. Keep that in my cap.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a ball cap.
Obviously, it would be a big step up for him. I mean, no doubt about that.
That's right, Derek. Amen, brother. Amen.
How do you feel being on Shuli? Or do you think you're gonna have to be all in this Dabbleverse stuff, or how well versed on all of this shit are you?
So the cool thing is the first show, man. Obviously, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be on the Shuli Network. A lot of those people in the chat, they can be fucking brutal. And I'm like, I don't know if they'll like this show. I don't, and stuff like that. So the first show, when we came off the show and the show was over, I was like, holy shit, it went over good. It went over really good, and I was really happy. But then I thought, fuck, now the bar's set high. So it's almost like you got to keep up to that, and so I'm hoping that it keeps going that way, man. But as far as like the Dabbleverse and the people in the chat and shit like that, man, there's been a lot of really cool people that have fucking reached out, and there's people that send messages. There's people that are sending me clips now that didn't send clips before, and I get invited on fucking cool ass shows like BYB, man. Clip it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we liked you long before, so it's all
yeah,
good.
that is right, brother. Yeah, you guys have been there from day one, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, we love you long time.
Yeah. Bobby Nick, known you for a long fucking time, brother. So yeah, man. When you started doing this show and stuff like that, man, and then I met Mr. A and met Derek and stuff like that, man. It's fucking awesome, man. I get to meet and hang out with cool ass fucking people. And Jerry, man.
Yeah,
Jerry,
it's
first time I was on a show with you, man. Fucking love that, Jerry.
Jerry, you're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Jerry.
Yeah, and then
mute yourself, goddammit.
Your mic just had divine
some
intervention.
fucking fireworks. We were watching them. I was watching MLC today, and I seen Bob got fucking royally pissed. I don't know if you got to catch any of that.
I missed that, man. What happened? Go ahead and fill me in.
I'll show it to you here. We'll just watch the clip, and then we can discuss afterwards. Here, we'll pull it up.
Totally.
All right, here we go.
Look at you, you're a drunken nothing in life.
Man. Okay, Barbara Bush. Okay.
Okay,
No,
suck your fucking daughter's cock. Okay, you motherfucking come at me. I'll fuck you up, you pussy. Go suck your daughter's cock. Okay, make it out of a fucking ball.
Come on, Barbara.
You fucking idiot.
Come on, Barbara.
Your daughter's got a
you have no credit.
No, we gotta keep the kids out of this. We gotta keep the kids out of this. We gotta keep the kids out of this.
Yeah, Bob, come on, man. We
Oh,
can't.
what? He's selling my kids just now?
Yeah, you can't say shit.
Is
like
that Stancil?
Oh, I didn't hear what he said.
Because
Yes,
you don't
it's
shut
Stancil.
the fuck up. That's your fucking problem.
Let's trash kids now, Ariana
Oh,
Grande.
no, I'm trashing you because you're a fucking
okay,
loser.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, that's right. She's
Okay,
making hundreds
Ariana
of thousands
Grande.
of dollars, and you're
Okay,
not.
Grandma.
You're not. You made no
Okay,
money in the
Grandma.
last 5 fucking years.
Okay, Grandma. And Barbara.
Okay, go suck your daughter's
Barbara.
cock.
You can't say that, Bob.
Barbara's gonna make fun of a kid now. Look at Barbara,
Bob,
the big old
come on, man.
the big tough guy who has
You'll have
no
to pay for the
fucking
wedding,
credits,
you poor bastard.
no credits known to man except do a show that talks about me.
Mute his mic?
Wow.
Did they mute Bob's mic for?
Yeah.
And they moved him out. They took him off screen for a minute too for saying
That's
that.
fucked up. So,
Because he
but
said,
I mean,
"Suck your dad."
to remove him.
You can't.
John, dude, is what cracks me up is he thinks that he's like wittier and shit like that, but he kept saying the same shit over and over, man. Yeah,
right.
It's like,
Yeah.
all right.
No, he was doing that to Carl because him and Carl were on WATP to do their debate or whatever the fuck that was. but a lot of it just turned into John screaming over the same thing over and over. He doesn't. Yeah, he's not intelligent, so he just comes up with something.
According to him,
just
man,
screams
he's
it.
smarter than everybody in the world, man. He's smarter than everybody. He's in Mensa. So, but I'm just like, come on, fucker, whatever. I actually reached out to him and invited him on Replayables, and he said that he was interested, but he would not do it on the Shuli Network. And I said, I said, dude, you're fucking dumb. I said, if you're as smart as you say you are, if you are as smart as you say you are, then do you realize how much money you would make? Because I told him, I said, I'll give you half of the super chats. And if you're on the show, people are going to throw out a ton of super chats to get you fucked up. And you will make a killing. And he was like, no, I refuse. And I was like, okay. And here's the thing with John. There's not a lot of people that are knocking on his fucking door to get him on their shows. And Brennan, so what gets me with Brennan, I like Kevin Brennan, dude. I've hung out with him and stuff like that. I like him, but he paid John $3,000, and the next day John's doing shows for $500. And so
Chris, though, I will say those were benefactor donations that paid that money to John.
Sure.
Kevin received 6 $500 super chats over 2 days from
brother,
his anonymous account.
I'm not saying that it came out of Kevin's pocket. What I'm saying is
he did get paid. He did get paid $3,000. So you are correct.
Kevin gives him $3,000. Next day he's doing it for $500, and then he tells Opie he'll do it for $20. And I'm
What?
It was a 6-pack. It was a 6-pack or $20. 6-pack, $20.
Yeah.
A 6-pack is about $20 in New York City these days, unfortunately. So
straight up,
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I don't want to be. I don't even call like jokes like Mencia. So this might have been said already. Has anyone said that John's hair looks like a little boy that's been molested?
No, that's the first one. I've heard. He looks like Throw Mama from the Train. He looks like
Jake Huston.
The
what
guy.
was that lady's name? From Goonies.
Sexually abused little boy.
Yeah. That is
Axl Rose?
Chore Boy. He looks like Chore Boy. Yeah. But I offered him. I said, hey, listen, man. I know you don't do shows for free. Blah blah blah. I'll give you $300 guaranteed and half the super chats, and I'll fucking pay you that night. You don't got to wait the entire month for YouTube to pay.
Come on,
I'll pay you that night. And he was like, no.
It's easy,
and I said,
easy money. Fucking easy money,
dude,
man.
You're guaranteed to make $500, but you're absolutely guaranteed that you'll make $500 in the super chats. So it's gonna be it's gonna be $800 for you, guaranteed. And I'll pay you as soon as the show's over and we total up the super chats. And he said no. And I was like, I don't care.
Amazing.
Then he came back and said, I'll do it on your channel. And I was like, I don't want you that fucking bad. I was like, I don't care. So so we passed. So we passed, and that's where we're at right now. I imagine here in 2 weeks it'll sink in, and then he'll be like, "Okay, I'll do it." But who cares? You know, to me, nobody
want him on
worth
your
that
show?
kind of money. On my channel?
Yeah, why didn't you want him on your show? Was it missing someone? Did you want him on the other show because there was somebody there that would mix it up?
No.
Just didn't want him. It just was
So,
would be weird.
I told him, I said, there's going to be no setup if it's on the Shuli Network. It's straight up. It's going to be the fucking show. You don't got to worry about Bob or Shuli jumping in. We're just simply going to stream the show to the Shuli Network. That's it. There's not going to be any setups. The show isn't about like all the fucking drama between you guys. I was like, I could give a fuck less about that. We're simply going to do the show. It's just that audience would be more about that. So that's why it's a bigger get to get him on the Shuli Network. But he doesn't see that.
Super chats would be better, yeah.
Yeah, super chats would be better, man. It'd be through the roof. And he just doesn't get it and he doesn't see it. So I was like, you know what? I was like, forget it, man. I'm not gonna sit here and play around with you and shit. I threw out the offer. You don't want it. So let's fucking move on.
Homie Don't Play That
like
says, how was Rob Saul never muted or taken off screen?
It's been this new thing. It's been this new thing in the Dabbleverse lately, man. Fucking poor Stevie Lewis felt it, man.
I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, people would die to be able to throw Rob Saul off. You know, they probably pay more. He'd probably double my fee.
Who knows, brother?
You know?
Who knows when Levy Land comes back? So I see Detroit. So what up, Detroit? And
what's up, Detroit?
So,
I got your boyfriend over here.
Yeah.
Derek started flexing.
I'd
he was
pay
like,
good money to
Detroit.
throw Rotten
He started
Tomatoes at
flexing.
Stevie.
So, but yeah, man, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, that's the final offer. I don't care. I was like, I watched too much Deal or No Deal. That's where we're at. So I closed the suitcase and said, fuck it, the banker's gone. Because he needs the money. I don't care what he says. He can go on all these fucking shows and say that he's rich and that he's buying this house and that house. Dude, that's bullshit. It's a fucking facade.
He's got a teacher salary. He's rich.
Yeah, it's smoke and mirrors, man. It's fucking smoke and mirrors.
Whoa.
Anybody that has to brag about how much money they got, they're fucking lying. They don't have money. The guys that have money and the ladies that have money, they don't fucking brag about it. So
yeah, because they don't want to give it away.
Knowing they got money,
they don't want to shit.
Fuck that.
They shut the fuck up about it, right?
Yeah. So I was like, forget it, dude. But so that's
if
where
you
we're
say you
at.
got money and you don't have money and someone comes to rob you, no problem.
You're fucked. Yeah,
I'm rich. Come and get me.
Oh wait, yeah,
I'm
maybe
rich.
there will be a problem. They'll kill you then.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Where's the money, motherfucker?"
Sorry, I don't mean I'm rich. I mean I'm just a dick.
Yeah, that's right.
Just an idiot with a stupid haircut. I lied.
So, are any of you guys going to the Atlantic City gathering?
The Juggalos.
I am. I lied.
I lied.
I'm not. No. I'm saving to come to the clips in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
I can't make it till these gigs. They're so far overseas. You know, I can't.
Jerry, you ever come to the States? I don't care where it's at. You ever come to the States? Let me know. I'll come and meet you. Open bar, brother.
No. Let me tell
that's
you.
small one.
That's my man.
Get something sorted at some point.
I saw that your boss had some thoughts on that shit today about Atlantic City. Figured maybe we could get into that a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
You have it in the lobby at 4 o'clock, and then you can go drink and play cards. Why would I fly there for that? Why? Why is anybody going there for that?
I gotta say, he does bring up an interesting point with this Atlantic City meet and greet thing that's happening. This is set up to be a real fucking disaster. I don't understand. He says, "I'll be at the poker room at 4 o'clock. You guys can come." Okay, what if 100 people? What if 200 people show up? You think they're just gonna let him in the poker room to stand by Kevin's table and watch him play?
Well, I said, what if people are late? Are you going to wait there for them to get there?
And then what are they supposed to do when they get there and Kevin's playing cards?
Well, I think we'll be standing there.
Oh, wow.
Okay. A new perk on Kevin Brennan's Patreon is you get access to his Outlook calendar. You can just show up to where he's going to be.
Is it just
you
me
guys
or
are going to
Ted
be
Dumac
praying
losing
for
neck?
a poster debacle by the time this thing's done in Atlantic City. Trust me.
No, but that's kind of what I thought too. It doesn't sound like it's a comedian event where they're gonna have multiple comedians they're just gonna hang out and bullshit and then go watch. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
That's how it's
I don't
that's what it's
understand why
been.
they put it together.
That's how it's always been. It's been a way
I know
to
that's
just
what
go
I
meet.
I know that's how it's set up.
Confusing
That's
to
my
me
point.
why you don't
It seems like
understand.
nonsense.
Kevin was putting together an event to go meet in Atlantic
I'm
City.
well
The fans.
aware
There's a
of
very
what it is.
dedicated.
I'm
There's a
saying it's-
dedicated
it
group of
doesn't make
fans that like MLC. I know you don't like MLC, and you have a problem with Kevin Brennan, so it's hard for you to understand that. But there are a bunch of people who are not in your position, and they would like to go meet Kevin and hang in Atlantic City. He's done that in the past when they had a Comedians of the Compound. They had that event down there with Aaron and Gino and a bunch of other people, and Kevin came down the next night. I think he was at. Yeah, but he was never a part of it. He ended up coming down the next night to just hang in Atlantic City. And a bunch of the close Ski Mask, Stancil, Victor Marca, a bunch of people got to hang with Brennan. They just fucked around.
That's 5 people.
Went to a couple of bars.
Okay, let's count. I would raise 5.
I don't remember.
I
wasn't there. I wasn't there, so I don't remember. But they had such a good time just hanging out and bullshitting at Atlantic City during the summer, because Atlantic City is like a party town. You know what I mean? So you can get a group of guys together and go bullshit for a while in the summer, and it's not like a weird thing that motherfuckers. And they never said nothing about gambling. The poker room happens to be a very central, wide open area at the Borgata, and it's a place that you could go and centrally meet people and hang out and not have to do a thing. They had tried to put together, Bob wanted to put together a fucking show, and Kevin was adamant about not doing that. This was supposed to be like the opposite of Pottstown, more or less. That's kind of why this sort of shit. Why are you just uh-huhing me? Shut the fuck up, bro. That's annoying.
I'm just
and being a fucking shithead. And you were doing that fucking on Monday to fucking John Brennan, my friend and my guest, and now you're doing it to me just to be a fucking cunt. And it doesn't help. It doesn't help or do anything. I'm fucking trying to talk here, and you're just going. While I'm in the middle of talking. What the fuck does that do to the show? What does that do to help? It's fucking retarded, bro. You're a fucking being. Fucking look at me when I'm talking, and it's fucking really boring. So
I'm letting you know I'm here.
We were talking about something, and maybe you don't fucking care.
Or putting down. That's all. I'm just letting you
can't
know.
remember.
Great. So
Alex Watson.
So Chris,
right.
do you got
Fuck you,
thoughts
Stevie
on
Lou.
that? What do you think
No.
about like hundreds of people possibly showing up?
Yeah. I get it. This guy gets it.
Yeah. Where I'm at with it, Derek, is when I talked to Levy, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I said, is it a comedy show? And he was like, no. And I was like, everybody's just going to be standing around hanging out? And he said, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. But at the same time, Stevie's right. It's a bunch of people that want to come out and just fucking hang out and I guess meet Kevin Brennan if they haven't met him before. So that part I do see. But it seems like if you've got that many great comedians in one spot for one night, you do a show.
Yeah, you should.
Why the hell wouldn't?
That's my point. Exactly.
Yeah. You do a
I
show
just
and then
didn't
you do the
understand
meet
why
and
you
greet.
would.
I want to go on record too.
That's every show I've ever seen or heard of is that. If you do a meet and greet, which people charge to do, it's after the show. That's all the end racism, the cognitive dissonance, every compound event has been that. You go do 3 or 4 comics, do their deal, and then afterwards you hang out and possibly even go other places with the Anthonys and whatever.
Yeah. Hang out other spots.
The
and
Kevins,
stuff, yeah.
the Levys.
So-
Right. Yeah, you go to other
before all
bars,
that-
you can follow them around town.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't in Atlantic City, not anymore, man. Because after like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, you stay close to the boardwalk.
Yeah, there's a ton of fucking Rob Sauls roaming the boardwalk. And,
No.
This producer.
Yeah. So David Chandler says, fight. That's right, man. But I didn't initially understand.
This is
going
true.
To Atlantic City to hang out, I guess. But I mean, I guess if I was going to Atlantic City, I would go. So I would definitely go. Cut everyone loose, but let me.
True. Detroit says cut everyone loose, but let me.
Daddy?
What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
You got to
I'll
fart.
get your boyfriend
Everyone,
in
It's,
there.
it's not your mom, but
Yeah,
it's
Make it
your
better.
daddy.
I don't. That doesn't sound nice. Chris, can I tell you my Kevin Brennan joke?
They're the two people
I know
that
you-
one of the two people that abandoned you on Krypton. One of the two.
Oh.
Not your daddy, but your mommy, the one that abandoned you.
Mommy, I can't.
Black one.
Oh, Chris. Let me tell you, I want to know I know you're friends with him. This might be a little, making fun of him. So I'm sorry if it offends you. This is my joke about Kevin Brennan looks like an unwrapped mummy.
I think that's been said before.
By me.
So, yeah.
By me.
Yeah.
I told
Yeah,
you
yeah.
my joke. I've
Like,
said it before.
okay.
Not
You know
saying
what?
them.
Is
I
that
see it now.
is that a joke or is that just fact?
Oh shit!
Oh,
Bobby Nick is
Oh,
gonna be in the
that's a
crosshairs
joke.
now.
That's what makes
Yeah.
Good job, Trans Salad.
That's what makes it a joke.
He just went up to.
Yeah.
So he just went
I
up
don't
to.
think he's an actual 1,000-year-old mummy. I'm not saying that.
KB is the most hated man. Yes, that is right, OJ.
Yeah, you don't have to
guys,
scream it,
about
OJ. OJ, don't scream it. Wow,
Yeah.
what's going
Yeah.
on? Why?
Guys, I hate to do this, man, but I gotta
Here.
run because I
Well,
gotta.
I want to let you
yeah.
run, but can we play out and let everyone know who Donnie Baker is? And I just
Yeah.
wanted to play for
Yeah.
everyone his
So,
last
yeah.
video that he made on YouTube, which
Yeah.
was made like 12 days ago.
Yeah, I meant
Um,
to finish telling you about him. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I know we got sidetracked. Of course, that's what we do on BYBs, get
I'm
sidetracked.
sorry.
So let's. I know you aren't.
But what am I?
How you doing? It's me, Tony. Looking for a little relaxation. Wearing my lucky shirt, and because I'm a million miler with Delta, got my own lane, Sky Priority. It's like a speakeasy situation. They treat me like Elvis on Beale Street. I'll be up at the Sky Club eating quiche, all you could eat. Because after all, who eats fucking quiche? Come along.
Nice.
25 minutes later, and still no progress. Nobody even here. Hey, Tony, get there early. 2-3 hours. Sure. To fill in a fucking application. I give me the service a fucking steak and shake. Same spot, still here. Like a fucking potted plant. So much turbulence. Jesus Christ. First class, it feels like nucleoid war. There's your fucking position.
That is a great impression of Joe Pesci.
That.
Huh? What?
A bunch of fucking Pop-Tarts. Like Simon says, fucking Adderall. I know my luggage is lost. Sure, of course it is. Hey, Tony, fly Delta. I know what Delta stands for. Delayed every lousy time. Again. Got more bags of bodies in a fucking Puerto Rican FEMA camp.
He fucking looks like him too, though. That's
He
what
does.
Yeah, so that's
He's
not
got
even,
that.
Yeah,
He's got his nose a little bit like that.
Yeah, so that was Ron, and Ron was Donnie Baker. Donnie Baker was his character on stage. A lot of
Oh
people didn't
yeah,
know.
no, I was gonna
Yeah.
show some clips from Bob and Tom where he calls in.
Yeah.
I'll probably do that after you're gone. Show some
Yeah.
more of his stuff. But
So
yeah,
one of
I
the
understand.
coolest things that he ever told me, man, because we were bullshitting one time, and I told him, I said, I was like, dude, where did you come up with that fucking hook? Because his hook is Donnie Baker was swear to God. He would be like, I swear to God, and his other hook was state law. So everything that he would say, he'd be like, swear to God, and then he'd be like, state law. So I asked him where he come up with that shit. And he said in high school, he went to school with this kid that just annoyed the fuck out of him. The kid just annoyed the piss out of him because everything that the kid would say to him was like, I swear to God, because nobody believed him and stuff like that. So years later, as he develops the Donnie Baker character, he's like, that kid annoyed the piss out of me and it stuck in my head. So I just put it in a show one time and it fucking stuck. And he used it ever since, man. And it became one of his biggest hooks. And
That's the best.
So
yeah, I was just like, lucky motherfucker, yeah.
Rest in
A lot of
peace,
people
Ron
do that,
Sexton.
that take
Ron
something that fucking annoyed the shit out of you in life and turned it into
Don't
a
even
fucking
know
character. I think Ricky Gervais fucking did that. Fuck yeah,
Yes.
that's fucking great.
Yeah. No, he was on point by doing that, Mr. A. Yeah, absolutely, man. But yeah, fucking great dude, man. Always good. To me,
You got
man.
a heart out right now, or did you want to watch
No.
just a short clip off
Yeah.
of Bob and Tom?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
I was
So
afraid
here's
you were
the
leaving
Donnie
'cause of my
Baker that
joke.
I knew listening to Bob and Tom 20 years ago.
Let's go ahead and wrap up.
Sorry. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Donnie.
Hi, Donnie.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Who wants to hear any more about the Eagles quarterback getting laid off again? I swear to God. But what's worse than that, here at work, they got us taking all these sexual harassment classes like as part of our employment. You have to.
Oh,
Yeah, we're doing them here too, Donnie.
Well, everybody at the company has to take it. We had to watch a bunch of videos of like real hot, but like soft porn skits in them. Have you ever taken? I'm surprised you had to, Christy. How are you going to sexually harass somebody, anyways?
Well, it can be done.
Well, everybody knows it's impossible for a woman to sexually harass a man.
Is it?
Because like Kissinger said, you can't harass the willing. You know? Well, the problem with this sexual harassment stuff is with these work experts, what they consider harassment, I consider paying a chick a compliment. I mean, where does the compliment end and the harassment begin? Like, why can't I tell Crystal, an accountant, that seeing her in that tight turtleneck made me want to have tater tots last week?
Yeah, he's a fucking great dude, man. If you guys get to check out his shit, man. Seriously, go check out his shit. He was a fucking hilarious comic.
Yeah,
Watch him.
that was like one of the first things we hit it off about was talking about Donnie Baker when I first was on a show with you.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, man.
And man, yeah, it's just a shame the fellers are gone now. So my condolences to you as a friend of him. And
yeah,
did you have any?
I got.
Of course, we'll be plugging you the rest of the show, talking about
Thanks,
you.
guys.
But if you have anything else you wanted to mention before you get out of here.
I got lucky to get to know him and be out on tour with him and shit like that, man. So I was blessed in that sense. But yeah, man, you guys get a chance Friday nights, Replayables live on the Shuli Network, 9 p.m. Go subscribe, like, and join. And then Wednesday nights, Replayables will be on the Replayables channel on YouTube. Replayables, very simple to find. Subscribe, like, and share to that so that way you can catch us 2 days a week. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Ablesful. You can find me on Instagram as comedian Chris Ables. This Saturday night live in Martinsburg with the first live Replayables in front of a live audience. And you can catch me hanging out with the boys on BYB, man. So thank you guys. Appreciate hanging out with you. Lemmy, it was good meeting you. Mr. A, love always seeing you. Jerry, love you, man.
Round of applause for Chris. Chris, absolutely stellar performance.
Thanks,
this is how you appear on podcast shows.
That's right.
Take note. That was textbook podcast guesting from Chris Abels, brother.
Thank
you
you, brother.
Pro.
Man.
Thank
you. You too,
thanks
sir.
again for
You
coming
too.
on.
Yeah.
And
I
see you
will
next
catch
time,
you
buddy.
guys
Have a
soon,
good one.
man.
Yeah, good luck on the veto.
Thanks, brother. I'm gonna drop BYB right from the jump, man. You'll see.
Hey,
Peace out, guys.
Thank you.
I love you.
Woo!
Give me kisses.
Who's this
Awesome
fucking
shit,
guy?
man. Well, you're actually still here, Stevie Lou. That's a shock,
I know.
surprise.
I gotta actually kind of go.
That was a lot of
But I
fun.
don't want him.
Oh, okay. Well, I see how it is.
All right, okay, no problem.
I'm sticking it out, but I'm saying I do kind of gotta go.
You're not sticking it out. I don't see it.
Oh, sorry to
Man,
pick up your.
Stick it out, man.
Yeah, I'm not Chris
precious
Abels to see it.
time. Ooh, somebody's important. Ooh, look at this guy. Oh, Hollywood. Hey, Hollywood.
No,
Oh, look
my
at
wife.
you.
My wife. I'm going to hang out with my wife.
What a gay boy.
Well, I thought you had a
I know,
set
right?
How you doing, Jerry? Jerry,
How
you
do what?
You had a
didn't
set
talk
story
to
for
him.
us.
He kept saying shit about you, Jerry. And is your mic still muted?
No, it should work just now.
Oh, okay. You didn't say much during the show. I guess you didn't want to
Doing
interrupt.
lines.
him.
Hey, because
Very
there's
loud,
8 other
step
people
up.
talking over it. Sorry, Stevie
Yeah.
Stevie Lou had a lot to say.
Oh.
Huh?
So did I. I interrupted him a bunch of times.
Sorry, you didn't hear me because he was talking over me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's right. That's for sure.
I don't know. I thought we were having a good podcast.
I
I
thought
guess
it was
other
great.
people
No.
are mad and jealous
It
and
was
shit.
Fucking
Gay
terrible.
boy, gay boy, gay boy.
Fucking
Gay.
sucks.
I'm not mad and jealous. I'm
Terrible.
just honey and mustard.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
You're my honey and mustard.
Gay.
I thought I was gonna snack back. I keep making those jokes when Bobby.
Not everyone loves our podcast. There's a certain greasy Jim Stansel who apparently does not like our show. This piece of dog poo.
That clip you showed.
Since we had other stuff going on, huh?
That clip you showed before with him, it didn't look like him. He was like super skinny and shit. It didn't even look like him. The fuck?
I think he's just.
All right, I guess I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He I couldn't recognize him. He was so skinny. That clip you showed with Bob. Whatever. It's just me. I'm drunk. Sorry.
Me either.
Well, here's the fat Jim that you know and love, I guess. The old fatty boy. Here he is, fat ass himself.
Yeah. Stevie Lou's on a million shows. Ski Mask does a million shows.
Pick your nose.
I don't suck anybody's cock, so I don't get
What,
invited.
his fingers
Yeah, you do.
The only shows I'm on, such as In Hot Water, it's the best show of the week every week. Proof is in the fucking pudding. But you adults, here's the thing. I think I've come to the realization, watching shows like Ray's show and BYB and a Little Mirror show and caring about Ari Jane. I think you all just like middle of the road retards. Low IQ, generic take, retard.
No.
Sorry, YouTube. Sorry,
No.
YouTube's lawyers. Obviously, I would never call an actual person with mental disabilities retarded. But I think that's what I think that's what happened. I think that's what's happened here. I think it's like junk
someone who wears
food. Where you
serial
don't want
killer
to
sunglasses
challenge
in the
yourself
house
to
is retarded.
Go ahead and talk over it again, Mr. A. That's your superpower, talking over videos.
I think someone.
Listening to that.
You heard me. You heard it.
It's a superpower.
Was the video over?
I don't know. He was just droning on.
Yeah, when it's still
Fuck that
playing and
guy.
you're watching it on screen, it's over. That is also the two things can happen simultaneously. It could be, oh, I know, maybe it's because you have X-ray vision. You see right through the videos, you don't even know they're there.
I do. They're not made of lead, are they? Fuck that guy. Fucking flaky motherfucker.
Agreed.
No.
Now that's a take I can get down with, brother. Hell yeah.
Responsibility.
You know
He's
what,
a
brother?
fucking hobo.
I'll pick you up and put you through a table. That's right, brother.
He's got to be a hobo. He reminds me of hobo, just a freelanding motherfucker that just travels around.
Hey, we were talking about Jim Stansel, not
Where
Barry
did you
Ribs.
get him from? Fuck him.
He's a nomad.
He's a flaky asshole Jim fucking lifting weights fucking motherfucker that has no regard for anyone but himself. That's what. That's my opinion.
Basement. Loser.
He doesn't.
I
He wanders around town and sleeps on park benches. He's a fucking hobo. What he looks like. He has no responsibility, and fucking. There's another word that I can't think of, but whatever. It's like responsibility.
What letter does it begin with?
Reliable. He's unreliable.
Unreliable.
Play that clip again.
From In Hot Water. Is that who we're talking about now?
Yes.
Or concrete, or Bill the concrete Bill.
I just had hate in my heart, and I needed to get it out about Jim Stansel.
Unreliable or undesirable?
Fucking sunglasses. Who do you think you are? Huh?
And both. I wear my sunglasses.
No, you don't. Fuck you.
He wears his sunglasses at Compound. His future's looking so bright.
Look at Bobby P.
Exactly.
I got my Stansel glasses on.
Yeah, we got our own douchebag. His name's Bobby P, and he's right here. Check him out, folks. It's not gay, not gay. I promise, not gay, not gay.
Not true.
Now,
Hey,
Derek,
Bobby, you got our attention. You got our attention, Bobby. Now, please entertain us.
Hey, Bobby,
Go on.
trans Bobby, or Salad Bob, Salad Bob, Silent Bob, Salad Bob, whatever you like. Would you like to say something now that you've been silent so long, patiently waiting for your moment?
yes, yeah. Can we watch that video of Jim Stansel sipping his drink.
Oh, you want to see something really gay? Well, I thought we would have commentary, not just show clips of him being totally gay, as they would say.
What is that, sippy cup?
All right. Well, I guess we won't have any commentary on what we just watched in the past. One of his complaints is that they just show videos and then don't have any opinions. They're too dumb. And all we're low IQ, so we don't have opinions. You know, we don't know what to say about. I mean, obviously
I'm pretty low IQ, but
I'll stop you when you're wrong.
Okay, yeah, okay. So he's not wrong apparently because he said we do this and we just did it.
Just
so
did
we
it.
Just proved
Yeah.
his fucking point. We showed a video and no one had a fucking opinion. He's right. We're fucking low IQ idiots. We're fast food. We're just fast food. We're idiots. We're fast food.
I have an opinion. It's just not a very popular one.
Go ahead, Lemmy. We need a female's opinion.
I have unpopular opinions.
And that. I'm scared to pipe up because I'm a girl and I don't want to get shit.
Nope, we need a
I like
What? What happened? Who hurt
I like
you?
Jim. I like Jim. I like Jim Stansel.
Oh, then shut up. Shut up, please.
Who knew that you were going to defend a total fucking loser like Jim Stansel? Oh, you defend
Why do you
all
like
these
Jim
guys.
Stansel? Because he's got big muscles and wears
Crystal
Lemmy,
It's a purely
probably like
physical
Harvey
thing.
Weinstein,
Purely
and
physical.
Crystalia, and
Of course.
Lemmy, I agree with you. I
do
agree
like
with you, and
it.
it's
Yeah,
not
everyone.
and it's not a sex fuck thing for me, unlike you.
Uh-oh.
But
I'm
I
gonna fuck him. He's just not a bad looking dude. Daddy.
Got her.
I would
will
like to
never
say
say
that
that.
that boy. No, you must always say that. That boy Jim Stansel was on MLC today, and he had fucking Stuttering John calling him Fonzie. Okay, so what he did on Saturday, that little rant there. He got your ass, 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 he got all your asses, and he got what he wanted, and he got the attention. They were covering that on Shuli, and then they got him on MLC, and he was fucking getting called Fonzie by Stuttering John while he sat there like fucking Mike Morse for more or less the entire episode and didn't say shit. You know what I mean? So let's just say, you know, sometimes there's more to than meets the eye, unless you're Stephen Bull. You know, and then
It's a pretty good tactic to get a lot of exposure, I think.
Can I just
say,
I like to,
I don't want to.
when I say
I
that,
don't want to be
Stevie Lou,
different.
Thank
I
you
always
for not
say
interrupting me, Mr. A.
There's
Yeah,
more
you're
to
welcome.
it than meets the gays.
Sure, that's also true.
I
That's
like
also
the
true.
gays. I like
That's also
But
true.
Let me just say,
The
unlike
gays.
Stansel, I'm Mr. A.
Oh,
Yeah, I believe
there
that
could be a
You
rivalry.
want a shotgun barrel? Holy shit!
Here we
In
go.
Minecraft.
Okay, now speaking of meeting the gays of the Jim Stansel, which we can't do because he wears sunglasses, so you can't really meet his gays. But you can watch how he has acted very gays. Let's watch how. Okay, so like everyone makes fun of Carl for how he. Stuttering John makes fun of Carl for how he drinks a beer. Very feminine, effeminate. Let's watch Jim Stansel, who is right next to Stuttering John at the time. Let's see how he drinks a beverage at a bar.
Well, you do the show, then shit on him again. It's common sense.
He wasn't really shitting on him today. He was on. It was just we were talking about
You
what he's
didn't
going to
say
ask.
that. I'm talking.
What the fuck is that smirk after he does it? Is
He's an
he
evil
trolling
villain.
us?
He's an evil
Are you
villain.
saying that was a play?
It's like a troll. It was hot, dude.
Thank you up too.
Thank you.
Someone have a typewriter?
What the fuck is that noise?
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Is there an ant farm going on army attack?
That's a minigun.
What is that?
I'll lose my fucking
Is
shit.
someone on a roller coaster right now? Is it me?
Mrs. Producer
Bobby.
is playing video games and we're hearing it. I got it.
Jesus
I turned it off.
Christ.
Thanks, Mr. Mrs. Producer. Thanks, Mrs. Producer's lawyers. Ooh, Dechois, good question. Deadpool didn't decide to kill Stevie Lou tonight. This is a first in a while, I think.
What the fuck? Come on, Deadpool.
Hey,
guys from Kai wife. I don't even know what that is.
I think Kai from Lou
my
and Kai.
wife.
I think his wife is saying hello.
Redbeard says, "What's up, fellas? Hey, Redbeard. I hope you're
hello,
well,
Kai's wife.
Well
I would like
home.
to say back.
Hey.
That's nice of you to say hi.
There's a lot of red beards.
Derek, I just threw something in the chat. If you could maybe see if we could pull that up, because it was a very important moment on today's MLC, if not one of the most important moments on MLC in a long time. I don't know if we were able to pull this clip up that I was able to pull. What? Why would?
Who's this guy?
Gonna have to unmute it. Gonna have to unmute it, I think, or something.
Don't
mute it. How do we play it if
Unmute.
we mute it? I don't get it.
I said unmute it, you genius.
Oh, I thought you were saying to mute me.
On your mark, get ready, Mr. A. Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is your goddamn problem?
Fucking
Stancil,
that
what the
already.
fuck is your goddamn problem?
Fucking
Stancil,
that
what the
already.
fuck is your goddamn?
Wow,
We
that's
should just leave that. We can leave that on loop.
What the fuck is your
Is that what
goddamn
you want?
problem?
What the fuck
I
is your
guess.
goddamn problem?
No.
Can you make it full screen?
Stancil, what is your
What the fuck is your goddamn problem?
Fucking
Stancil,
that
what the
already.
fuck is your goddamn problem?
Fucking
Stancil,
that
what the
already.
fuck is your goddamn problem?
Fucking
Stancil,
that
what the
already.
fuck is your goddamn problem?
Fucking
Stancil,
that
what the
already.
fuck is your goddamn problem?
So what? We got 9 people on
Fucking
camera.
Stancil,
that
what the
already.
fuck is your goddamn problem?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Don't clip that, anyone. Please, no one clip that, and do not send that to Stancil, no matter what. Don't post it anywhere. He'll see it from our show. I mean,
Aw, damn it, we're live.
He's a hack. He's a hack.
okay,
Dude, fucking Barry Ribs yesterday yelling hack at Phil Selman was fucking. Dude, this week has been insane. MLC. Fucking Monday when Kevin Brennan was yelling crackle crackle over and over again, talking about the bonfire, bro. I was almost
Didn't see
fucking
it.
falling over in laughter. I want to say that whatever is going on in Kevin Brennan's life, fucking keep that shit up, because this week's episodes have all been very, very good.
Stevie, I'm a fan of Bonfire. What the fuck is going on with him and the Bonfire now?
He doesn't like Bobby Kelly.
Oh, neither do I.
Yeah. So I don't know what he was just screaming, crackle, crackle. They smoke weed, crackle, crackle. That's with the sound of weed smoking. He was going off.
Big J is great. I don't know.
Big J's a nice guy.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. He's a fucking great guy.
Is
That other
he?
guy you were talking about, just who the fuck? Never mind. I don't know about it. He was like a crazy motherfucker. Yeah.
He's a funny comedian. He's a funny comedian.
But I
I'm just
loved.
seeing if Ray DeVito's live, so buy some time.
Oh, okay. Invite him to the show. I
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
Bob Kelly.
I will. I'll do that.
I never minded him on O&A or anything like that, but now he's doing the show, and I just started he started doing this thing where he's always like telling these little
Weird.
fibs that he thinks is funny and acting. I know he always did a thing where he acted like a know-it-all about something, or like a experienced or a tech guy or something, but now it's just really annoying. It's always the same. Okay, yes, I know you're lying. You're just making up bullshit, and it's.
He leans
I don't
into the
know.
camera like this.
I got no shows, and I heard there's a rumor that Jim Norton is gonna leave Jim and Sam. So there's no Jim and Sam. There's no more. There's no more O&A. There's no more Ron and Fez. There's no more Jim and Sam. There's no more fucking Bonfire.
He's just full of shit all the time. He just
Things
just
happen,
full of-
man. Life changes. Life moves on, brother.
Well, it moves
It's
on
all right.
without me.
Brother man, brother
You just you start listening to Nobody Likes Onions.
MLC? Fuck you.
Sorry. I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
Someone give Mr. A a hug. Can someone give Lemmy? Can you give Mr. A a
Lemmy?
hug? Mr. A, lean closer to Lemmy. See if she can. Oh, that's kind of more than a hug.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Whoa,
overstepped
whoa,
my
Jesus,
bounds.
dude, come on.
I'm
There.
telling her. I'm telling.
Daddy?
Oh, don't, Granny, go back to bed. Go piss out a window. Go piss out a window right.
That's the greatest.
I saw.
Actually, can we somehow? This may not be tonight, but I want to get Jim Stansel. What the fuck is your problem, Daddy? Back to back. I want to get that like a mashup, and that would be great.
I don't like it. I don't like it one
I
bit.
like it.
That sounds horrible. I'm not approving of that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, we could make it something else, but not that. That's creepy.
Okay.
And it's
I
Jim
think Mrs.
Stencil.
Producer would do it.
Mr. Stencil. Stencil's Stencil.
Fucking
Fine.
Stencil.
I don't like that segment on the dump. Stencils. Where
I
they
bet you he's a
draw.
real piece of
They draw like Pictionary pictures. I don't like it.
bet
Okay,
you-
but if you want to talk about actual low IQ shows,
Yeah.
Misery Love clips. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, who's on there? Is that Stevie Lou? Wait a minute. Let's watch this.
Oh my
You
God!
took my show the other night, Ray.
No.
Everybody's
Surely
asking
he'll
for you to come back on my show. You know, we had AI Ray there was the center of my show the other day. You know,
Is that Nick
nice.
DiPaolo?
I saw
Oh,
that,
sorry.
you know.
American
No, I-
Indian Ray?
No, AI, you know, AI
American
Ray.
Indian.
American Indian, yeah, pretty good, yeah.
Who's AI? Allen Iverson?
Yeah, Elmer Iverson, yeah. AI,
Now
you
we're
know,
on
the
it.
digital stuff, the
Oh,
AI,
oh,
future, you know.
It's cool. No, I don't watch. Sometimes I watch some podcasts.
Ray
but
called
I
AI
usually
cool.
don't. I usually do
That's
this,
good.
and I don't know.
You want to know the best part, Ray? I was dumb enough to believe it was really you for half the show. How about that one?
What?
I was dumb enough to believe it was really you when it first came on to my show.
AI, you and then
Yeah.
AI me.
Hey, it's your voice. I didn't know about this AI stuff. How it
Wait,
works.
Amy?
I'm all new to this
Wait,
stuff. You know?
the woman's name was Amy. AIME.
AI meaning the AI, you know, the robotic or the voices that's
Yeah,
programmed
yeah.
into a box, and they can program anybody's voice. You know, so
Nice.
yeah.
Why does Joey C look like he just got out of prison?
Because he did.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Ba-dum-tsh.
Yeah, we're working really hard behind the scenes trying to get him on the show because he's a huge get. Everybody wants him on their shows these days, so I've reached out to him, and hopefully we can get that guy on because I mean that's like
Can't
the cream
move
of the
my
crop,
head
you
shaking.
know, for the pinnacle of guests for BYB.
Well,
that's where we
I'm
belong.
getting dizzy.
Everybody took that
you are.
fucking clip serious and was trying to be like, "Oh, look at these morons."
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come
if you want to
on.
see
Like,
real low IQ people, you got to watch BYB Monday,
right.
Wednesday, Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern. Old knuckleheads, low IQ. We are the
Stevie.
fast food of podcasts, folks. Eat it up.
Oh. Yeah.
Stevie,
Oh,
I know
get your
you
order
weren't
wrong.
serious. I know you were just joking, Stevie, but Ray, I don't think he actually does know.
No,
what
listen,
AI is.
Ray.
And I also don't think Joey
well, okay.
C knows. Also,
Okay,
Yeah,
that may be
Stevie,
a valid point, actually, now that you guys kind of propose it that way. But I think he was having fun, you know, because that's what we do on these things is try to have some fun.
That's all that matters.
Well, you know, he's way too convincing that he's, you know,
Dumb.
yeah.
Yeah. I hear that about myself sometimes, too, you know. So
I've said it.
yeah, I think he said it twice already this episode alone.
Oh,
You know?
dude, you know how many times I get told that a day?
Shut up, Bobby.
Exactly.
You get told that.
Yeah. And that's just by the children that live down the street from you. Yeah.
You fuck.
Stormy says,
Yeah, it
"Oh,
wasn't that long ago, folks out
Ray.
there, that Bobby P was pistol whipped by junior high school kids as he walked by their school, which is
Not
very
true.
unfortunate.
You
I
got
believe
the
these
story
kids
wrong.
were of a certain persuasion.
I think you'll have to go back to the archives to get more on that.
I heard a little girl beat the shit out of him because he wouldn't buy her lemonade. I went too far. I'm sorry. I went too far.
That girl was the
black one.
Former roommate that has no talent.
Oh, he's got the talents. He's got the talents that make the ladies slide off their chairs. Am I right? Yeah, that's right.
No, you're not right. Actually, he's about 5'2". And
Daddy?
he's about 5'2". Looks like a naked mole rat. I think
Justice for Bobby P.
Crack baby. His mother's a crackhead, so I think he's a crack baby.
I wish Chris Abels was still here.
You see this Isaac Walmart comment?
Yeah.
Isaac Walmart?
Yeah, that's a new name by me.
Isaac
Is
Walmart.
that the owner and founder of Walmart?
Yes.
Hello,
that's Sam
I'm Isaac Walmart, the owner and founder of my
Isaac
Walmart.
is in the no filter chat a lot.
Oh, okay. All
I'm very
right.
familiar with him.
No filter. No filter.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
No,
My pillow.
It's not.
No.
It's not the same guy.
They sound alike. I can't do one voice without doing the other.
Oh, good point, Scott
My-
Fitzpatrick. Jim Stansel has developed a bird brain from hanging out with the crows.
Wow.
Confirmed. That is confirmed knowledge.
Now,
Dropping bombs.
This is coming from a man who eats worms as well. So just please.
The bird.
That's true.
He also
Birds
might
eat
have a
worms.
bird brain.
And
from
dog
eating
food.
worms.
And don't forget dog food.
So maybe one of these things where it takes one. It takes one to know one they've said. You know.
Bobby, can you
Scott.
take off that ridiculous wig so we can see your bird brain?
No, Bobby, keep it on. You're giving me hope.
I'm more handsome now, right?
I want to
actually,
hold your
go ahead and pop that off real quick. Go ahead and
Lemmy
pop it
just
off
nodded.
seriously for just a second.
Lemmy nodded assertively.
Wait. You know who you
Oh my God,
remind me
Mr.
of?
A, are you okay?
It looks like that melted guy from RoboCop.
He reminds me of there is someone he reminds me of.
The
Sinead
Blacks.
O'Connor, who died today.
Yeah,
She's
she's dead.
Why?
Rest in
Who is
peace,
this guy?
Sinead O'Connor.
Oh wow, look at
Never
that.
seen it.
Tony Mazer.
The unfinished clone.
I just want to say that this is the greatest thing that Tony Mazer has ever done in his career. You're seeing it right now, right here. I will give him credit. I'm never one to give Tony credit, but this is
That's
finally Tony. Tony, you made it funny, Tony. I want you to savor the flavor. Remember this feeling. Hold on to this feeling, Tony, because I don't see you ever following up again in your career with another tweet this big. I'm going to go on the record, and that may sound a little bitter because he did get a great reaction here, but God bless you, Tony. You are normally not this funny.
Yeah, Tony Mazer from the Mouths of Babes. Nothing compares to you, buddy. I mean, this is the pinnacle of tweets.
Oh, am I doing karaoke?
Even Broken Clock is right.
You're not there yet,
You know.
friend.
Nothing compares to Lou as Obnoxious John. is.
Nothing compares, Stevie Lou.
Yeah.
Nothing compares, but we do give credit on this channel. So, Obnoxious John, you knocked that out of the park. Good job, friend.
It's been 7 joints and 16 hairs left on the top his head.
And of course, Sinead O'Connor, famous for
ripping a picture of the Pope, man, and she got absolutely eviscerated
on SNL.
On
No
SNL, yeah. Honestly, I have to say that is some of the most punk rock hardcore shit ever, and I think that was completely misunderstood and fucked up that she got railroaded like that.
She pretty much was the first person to get canceled.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good point. Good point.
But we do like to see total trash from Ireland, such as Husey. We do like to see people like that getting canceled, so it's not a major deal. Total trash, potato eating losers like who? Who's-y, if you know what I'm saying.
Irish.
I'm pretty sure
Don't do
the
that.
church had silenced a lot of people, but that's not the same thing as being canceled as the aspects of today because people hate the church. So I don't know.
No, they just kill you back then.
It's not the same
big
thing.
problem.
I think-
The big problem was that the at that time in the 90s, especially the Catholic Church, it was coming up everywhere around the world that there was cover up of heinous, horrific, satanic child sexual abuse. And they were covering it up knowingly and spending their insanely deep pockets on covering up child sex abuse. So she took her mother's picture of the Pope, who her mother believed like the Pope was a pious figure that could never do wrong, when clearly the Vatican was complicit and very much actively involved with the covering up of child molestation.
And that is why little Emmy became a Catholic to defend them. She loves defending all pedophiles, whether
they were fucking kids. They were
not.
fucking kids like Apple fucks kids making iPhones. You know,
they're
sure
innocent,
that
right?
the Pope
Little
had
Emmy?
something to do
They
with
were all
that?
innocent.
Where do you? That's
the Pope is the best one of them all. So I don't think he was involved.
Horseshit alert. Horseshit
Huh?
alert.
What?
I mean, if you could say, what is the Pope? If out of all the priests that exist, what would you call the Pope?
Daddy?
If you got that big of a hat, you're not.
The Pope is like the Jerry Seinfeld of priests. You know, so.
All right, let's watch this trashy piece of crap Irish. Crappy.
I grew up,
Irish,
and I
like all
on the
Irish
record,
people are crappy.
I was a fucking altar boy in a Roman Catholic church growing up.
You get touched funny?
What's with the non-believers?
I don't know. Every time I drive by a church, I get a boner. Okay, what is that all about, Bobby? Tell me, Bobby.
I don't know, man. So look,
every time I watch this video, I get a boner.
Okay.
Oh, let's check it out.
Over evil. Fight the real enemy.
You know, I don't want to agree with her,
Insane.
but I kind
I
of do.
love it.
Bobby P or Bobby Nick, she looks like Andrew the Giant.
A little bit.
Little. I see a little Andrew.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, a little bit. If she was skinny and
all right.
bald. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw Bobby P in that. I don't know what you're talking about.
That
was all. That might as well have been Bobby P. Well, you have a beer gut, and a beard. That's about the only difference, really.
Yeah, if he shaved his beard, I'm pretty sure he'd look just like Sinead O'Connor.
Never shave my beard ever again.
Did you guys know that
You
nothing
should.
compares to you was a Prince original song?
That's right. That's right, Stevie Lee.
It's not,
I knew
not like
that.
a secret or anything. That's pretty common.
He was
knowledge.
raped by a priest too.
Who does it better, though?
I grew
Who
up
does
Baptist.
It's close. It's actually close. But I guess
Yeah.
I'd give the nod to Sinead.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah,
My
close.
favorite Sinead O'Connor is also a cover.
What's that?
My favorite Sinead O'Connor is also a cover. It's a Billie Holiday cover. It's called Gloomy
what is it?
Sunday.
Gloomy Sunday.
Gloomy Sunday. Let's do it. Pull it up. I'll karaoke it. Let's go.
Sunday, gloomy Sunday. Yeah, it's a U2 song. I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just walk into
Now,
a church.
now
and
you've
there's-
really pissed Husey off.
They're all the same. All Irish people
Oh,
the
God.
same. There's
The blacks.
There's no difference.
What?
Yeah, they are. They're potato ends, if you know what I'm saying. The potato ends.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
The black one.
What?
Yeah. Well, they're everywhere in Ireland now.
So what's up, Stevie Lou? Since you don't want to tell stories and you don't want to be involved in our show very much anymore because you're kind of like big time nowadays and you think you're so important. Did you hear about the crane collapsing in New York City today?
No,
Yeah,
you do live
that's
around
weird.
that area, correct?
I used to live in Hell's Kitchen years ago. I live in Brooklyn now, so not very close. But yeah, that was ugly shit.
Go back to Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
What?
Wow, that's
Did he say he wishes
wow,
you
that
were
came
buried?
out of nowhere.
No, he'd fit in.
This
better
is crazy
there.
though. Yeah.
Oh,
Get that full screen or as best you
Wish you
can.
were
Yeah, there was a
dissolving in a
fire.
bathtub.
There was a fire, and like the crazy shit is, I don't know if that building is occupied or not. The one that the crane fell into, but to me, I'm like, imagine living in that apartment. It looks really nice. Though it could be an office building too, but damn, that
New
shit
York,
fucked that thing
too.
up, man.
9/11 happened, and you just
I'm doing a podcast, and all of a sudden,
100% had visions of 9/11 right there, watching that thing fall from the top.
yeah, that
Not a good scene. Apparently, no
Yeah,
one,
shit's
no
crazy.
one was, no one died. A couple injuries. Fireman was injured, you know, but no one died. So
no one died. Even the person operating the crane. Isn't it?
So
on
it looks like
fire,
it
the
was
operation
in the
booth?
morning. Yeah, no, Mr. A, that's a very good point. It was like, I think before work even started. This happened at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So
It looked like
luckily,
it was moving.
it.
All right, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's falling from the fire. You know what I'm saying? That's like what happened was there was a fire that was
all right.
started in the cabin, the operator cabin at the top of each crane. Those cranes are crazy. Do you see, like, I'm pointing at it like you guys can see where I'm pointing. Do you see that those like white girders that go up? They look like the girders
Yeah.
from Donkey Kong. That's like the base
Yeah.
of the crane. Exactly. That thing is built up as the building goes up. You know what I mean? So that
Yeah.
fucking base is only halfway tall as the building is only halfway tall. And they use those things to basically bring up giant loads of metal rods, equipment, supplies and
loads.
shit. So-
I have a question. I have a question. You see how the video starts and it's kind of already up there? When you're done using a crane, when it's not operated, because obviously you said no one died, so nobody's in that booth, nobody's operated. When they shut it down, wouldn't they like put the arm, like tuck it in or something?
That's a good dude. I did not think of that. That's a good point. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that the New York City buildings and the city hall is going to be up these guys' ass. They must have had some sort of improper storage.
again.
Yeah. Well, dude, people fucking die.
I also would like to point
Like-
something out. The crane is made out of steel, right?
Uh-oh.
So do
What are you trying to say?
I know where this is going.
Do
Right
I don't see any
steel
jet.
cranes
I don't
melt?
see any jet fuel. I don't see any jet fuel here. But no,
crane
like, dude, that
that's
shit
my
happens.
Steel
It's a major-
gets weakened as it's, whenever it gets heated up, it gets weakened.
The amount
Like
of construction that goes on in
sodium.
New York City, a lot of it illegal, non-union, scab work. Also, yeah, like there was a fucking incident just a few years ago where a piece of plywood went flying off like the 8th story of a construction site and fucking flew like a goddamn disc of hell and impaled some lady just walking down the street and killed her.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Freak accident.
so like, yeah, fucking, and,
Damn.
and that's the thing. Like the building inspection teams, they go around all these construction sites. They try to make sure that you secure all material. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking quit this show right now. I'm gonna fucking
I'd
quit
like to
this
see if there's
show
video, though.
right
I'm just saying.
fucking now if this keeps happening.
Do you want me to get
All
rid of
I
him?
mean, there's video everywhere.
No, it's fine.
I'll get
It's
rid
just-
of
it's
him if you
nonstop.
want.
No, it's fine.
No,
Everybody's
let's
doing
get
it.
rid of him.
It's not just him. It's not just him. It's not just him.
It's me too.
Not just
Get
him.
rid of me too. Get rid of him.
I'm not
and
getting rid of
me.
nobody.
Hashtag.
Not getting rid of nobody. I just don't understand why people just start
Kick me out or
fucking
I'm leaving.
growling into the mic while I'm talking. It's fucking bizarre.
I wasn't doing
It's just great.
It
Yeah,
could've
so
been
it's,
me.
New York City sucks and you die and it smells like shit and then homeless people stab. homeless people kick children in the head on the subway at 9:30 at night. It's fucking a great place to live. I fucking love it, and it's really good for me. And I feel like it doesn't affect me at all. Oh God! God help me! Deadpool!
He knows it's not worth the fucking. He knows it's not worth it at this point. He knows we're not too far away.
Better to let me just sit here in my own piss and shit.
Yeah. You just shit your pants and you're sitting in it right now.
Yep.
And Deadpool's just out there going, "Yeah, motherfucker, you liked it. You'd like it, wouldn't you?" But sometimes the
other
worst,
dude, and then
the worst punishment,
comic wanted to fight him, like waiting for him after. And Earl's a big dude. Earl's like 6'2".
That's a bad mistake. Earl can fight, man.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't know where was that.
He'll beat him up with his dick.
Who's Matt Moran?
Just pull his dick out and beat him up.
Matt Moran is the host of
maybe it was at the Stand.
Comedy Fight Club.
What's up? Rock Bottom Podcast. 10:02 on the dot.
Yeah, you're around it. I was gonna say it's good.
What's going on? I got what are we calling you tonight? We calling you El Horrible?
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight. What's
El Horrible? But it's just Bedabbler is all my stuff, so it just kind of makes stuff. I'm not good at marketing. I didn't go to college. I barely graduated high school, so I'm not good at that kind of stuff.
Well,
it never went down.
Oh, nice.
Technically, never went down.
What's up, Chris Abels is here too. Chris, this is my buddy Matt Marin, funny comic in New York.
Sent me a DM.
You know El Horrible.
And I have to leave.
Yeah, and I think I met Matt at some point, man. Probably when I was in New York. So I can't remember, but it seems like that we met before, man.
Probably. Yeah. Good to see you again.
You too, brother. So Bedabbler, of course, man.
Yo.
So definitely know who you are. Scott Fitzpatrick checking in. So what's up, guys?
Yeah, it's El Horrible.
Nothing, man. By the way, last time I saw Matt, I was he hosts the comedy roast battle, and the crowd started booing me as a judge.
Yeah,
because I was too nice.
I don't remember. I think it's Comedy Fight Club. We do it in the city every week, and yeah, Ray was judging, and I think at one point. I don't know how it specifically happened. I think gradually Ray would just be like, "You guys are both good." A lot of after like 3 battles, and at a certain point, someone just yelled like, "No, they weren't," or something like that, and it just became fun for the crowd to boo Ray as a judge.
So I had to attack him. I did I just had to turn around and just roast the crowd.
Oh no! So you chased him out.
Ray went off.
What is he drinking out of a wine bottle?
Yeah,
Did you see that?
What the fuck?
Oh my God!
I know.
What the fuck?
I was gonna say the crowd boo Ray. They booed Ray. Can you get that on CD though? DVD?
Can you go back? I'm sorry. Can you go back just a second? Did anybody else just see that? Oh my God! Oh my God!
It was
Almighty!
A full, huge, big bottle of wine. It's almost
He's
like
just
Lenny was
drinking,
there drinking, chugging.
Hey, so you chased him out.
Ray,
no.
Yes.
The
fuck.
Ray, what kind of wine are you
I think he might be an alcoholic.
It's a red wine. I got a broken foot from running on gout, so I have to switch to wine, and now I have a red wine.
You could switch to nothing.
Straight out.
Remember to take your medication today.
Honestly, hey.
What, my medication for? There's no medication for a broken foot. Just
for the stroke.
The strokes.
Whatever,
No.
your medication stuff you take.
Yes, I don't have seizures. Yes, I did take that medication.
There you go. I did. Stroke, seizure, same difference. Okay, you
This
did
is
take
fascinating.
it. Good.
Yeah, I did.
What were you on that you had to switch to wine because you broke your foot?
I had gout in my toe, which you get from drinking beer, and then I drank too much beer, and I would get gout flare-ups. But I would run as soon as I felt a little bit better.
Go watch this.
And then I ran too soon, and the gout didn't heal, and I broke my toe, and my toe's still.
Why not go to like whiskey or something? Why wine?
Because it's the most healthy.
Wine is the most healthy.
Try water.
Not true.
For your vagina.
Not true.
Good for my vagina.
Yes,
So-
yeah. He's drinking that shit straight from the bottle too, man.
Yeah.
So you should put that in your rap video. Yeah, you should put that in your rap video, man.
Right.
Ray, man, by the way, man, just came off the show. BYB, man, they said to tell you hello. Those boys miss you, man.
I like them, but I didn't like what they. what they did.
It's his face.
What did they do?
They had what do you call it? They had I was doing their podcast and they like had Gino come on and ambush me.
Oh,
that wasn't cool.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
You're really not going to like the next time you judge Comedy Fight Club.
Oh, what? Gino's also going to be there? Awesome.
Now I know how to get to you.
Yeah.
I'll have my entire crowd turn on you and have you ambush by someone.
Legendary. Did you guys record that? Is there footage of that? I would like to
yeah, it's on the YouTube channel.
Oh, it is? Cool.
Yeah.
I want to see that. You understand how high I was that night?
All right, let's cut out of this.
I was like,
that makes sense.
Hilarious. Great job. Hey, thank you, Chris Abels. Thank you for doing like you said you would. And
the Lord's work.
Keeping it real, Chris. I love Chris, man. Give another shout out to Replayables. Do check out his live show on Saturday. I'm going to be watching that for sure. I did want to give one little point.
For sure.
We're going to have to find it and pull it back up. I did a similar thing at Comedy Fight Club back during the first summer of COVID. They were doing Comedy Fight Club on rooftops in random parts of the city. Whoever had an open rooftop and would have let the crowd go up there. So I did a fight club, and I had a random opponent who I didn't know, which is kind of tough because apparently I didn't have the greatest performance, and they do in Comedy Fight Club, the crowd decides who wins. So they go, all right, audience, was it Brian Matthews? Round of applause, and then they go, or was it Stephen Lewis? And someone from another roof yells, no! And they were like, what? The whole crowd was like shocked because like literally no one clapped for me, and some lady from another rooftop like down the street was like, no. So I'll have to find that clip. The crowd, dude, it was the funniest moment of the night. Like the crowd fucking went insane, bro. I was dying with laughter because again, I did not have the strong. I probably bombed. It wasn't a terrible performance, but
it was Luke of the Bind.
It was probably
That's
exactly.
Who also sounds like a bitch, old bitch.
So no, but like when Ray was when they were just telling that story, as much as I wanted to jump down Ray's throat for like not knowing how to be a judge at a roast show, like that audience is insane, and like they will fucking run you out of town like a wrestling audience would if they don't love you. So I could get that. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm glad we kept them around.
The sausage fest needs to be cooled. And Sean Riggle says, if they're all gay, it doesn't count. We got Bobby P on here. Is that something? Does that help?
I'm trans.
Very much.
Bobby Tranny. That's right.
Yeah, I'm trans, but I'm a lesbian. I'm a lesbian.
A thespian?
A lesbian.
Oh, look at that pretty boy. Oh, that's our pretty boy. Oh.
Yeah, don't I look sexy? God damn.
He's a handsome broad.
Now, okay, I don't think Ray had as big of a problem with what happened that day. I think now that it's out there and everyone talked about it, now he has to be like over the top pissed off about it because like probably Kevin Brennan, all the people, the usual suspects probably got into his ear at this point.
Kevin called him and told him, we went over it. Kevin specifically told him not to come on.
I hyped him up. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying the amount of issue he had with what happened that evening, I don't think he thought it was that big of a deal. Because you even went on his show and he didn't even like. He was like, it was no big deal.
I don't know if he honestly. I don't know if he realizes I'm a part of BYB. That's also, I think, a very necessary thing to state, because I was not on the air at the time of him coming on the show at all, because Deadfool did his thing, you know. So
I have
a feeling
a half hour after you were already
I honestly, I don't know for certain if Ray understands that I have anything to do with you guys, because that's how Ray is. He's really Mr. Magoo. That's just fucking walking through life, falling through manhole covers, and ending up in a parade.
I got guys on my shows that understand how to do segues, but my God, Stevie Lou, Mr. Magoo. Let's see Mr. Magoo in action today. I don't know if you guys caught this, but here is Mitch McConnell.
Oh no!
And this was, I don't know what the fuck. I think maybe I feel bad for the guy. I think maybe he had a stroke or something, and that's not even a joke. Check out. I've never seen anything like this. Let's watch.
Yeah, that's it. He's done.
Retire now. Stop it. Enough of this guy. Fuck him.
It's amazing he didn't just go down. You know.
I think he's about to. I'm curious to see if he did have like a mini stroke or something.
He's something.
That ain't good.
His lips look like blue.
Yeah, he's fucked.
Well, he always looks like that. He has not looked good for a long time, but
I've heard bad things about this guy before, but even then, I don't want to wish.
No,
we're not wishing anything bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you
like
are. It makes me feel fucking bad for a whack. But
It's sad to see.
Yeah, it's sad. One of the best comments I did see, and this is not my comment, I saw it on Twitter. Someone said, "Now that Hollywood is on strike, these elite people don't have the fresh supply of child blood to keep their fucking the adrenochrome and children's blood, you know."
The adrenochrome.
So when I heard that, I was like, "Oh man, that might be true." Yeah.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, where it's down in South Carolina, right? He's South Carolina. I think that's where he hails from. Am I correct?
Yes.
It's fucking. It's about to be 100. It's going to be 100. They're calling for.
I think
100.
I think he's Kentucky, actually.
Nevertheless.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're calling for 100-degree temperatures in New York City tomorrow. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's fucking just boiling balls wherever the fuck he was, and that shit gets to you. You got to check on your elderly neighbors in times like these. So, that's a sign right there and a reminder that you go check on the elderly in these extreme heat situations.
What do you mean? You live next to the White House or something?
Yeah. Whoa. Right.
That was weird as shit, though.
If you could do anything at all, Joe, what would you do?
This guy.
I said I'd cure cancer. They looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one thinks we can. That's why, and we can. We'd end the cancer as we know it. If you could do anything at all, Joe, what would you do? I said I'd cure cancer. They looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one thinks we can. That's why, and we can. We'd end the cancer as we know it.
We ended cancer as we know it. What?
No.
Wait a minute.
That's not true.
Stop the presses.
What is he talking about?
Cancer has been cured, folks.
Yeah. Just there you go. President says it. Yep.
If you were all wondering, today is the greatest day in the history of mankind.
Right.
History is now not an issue. That's very exciting news.
You can
and
call
BYB,
today,
of course, is legit inmate news horse. So you remember that.
July 26th will be now known as C-word day.
Nailed it.
Does that refer
Christmas.
to an animal?
Oh wait, cancer.
No.
Nice.
Hey, watch this. Get ready to laugh. My dad died of cancer.
I mean, that's sad, is what I meant to say. Sorry.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, you only get one dad, and to see your dad die, did he die right in front of you? I mean, what was that like, Lemmy?
Daddy?
Doesn't Chrissy Mayer has two dads?
Two dads.
I used to.
Day.
Wait, are you trying to say one is mutilated?
What?
What?
Mutilated. Yeah. What? I'm confused now.
No, is one transgender now?
No, you can just be gay. be in love with another man.
We don't say that word on this show. Sorry, folks out there. We are not filled with hate, except for hate towards 2 people. Other than that,
we're not filled with hate. We're filled with jizz. Yeah, they're not black. They're not black. Those guys.
All right, and then that's an exception. I'm sorry, I'm being.
Well, yeah, we're filled with
Your
jizz.
cum is in my belly, bitch.
Jizz into my mouth.
That also is true.
Jizz into my mouth. Yes.
You were going for it. I knew it.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. Fist and ass.
Anus.
Whatever, like that. You get it. You get it. Yeah, anus. Sorry, I hate saying bad words on this show. You know me.
We're medical. We're medical
really,
professionals here. We're medical professionals.
Medical, that too. We will check your prostate regularly if you allow us to. And that's for health reasons. I mean, we care about people, and that's what we do here.
That's right, and it's a legitimate news source or news force.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're running out of steam here, kids. I do have one more topic I wanted to get into. Everybody else doesn't seem to like that thought. But what would you say if there is confirmed have been aliens crashed in crafts on this planet and it has been confirmed? What would you say to that thought?
It would explain Bobby P. It would explain Bobby P's existence.
Yeah. Fair.
Totally.
I'd have questions. I think I'd have questions.
You would have questions.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see proof, evidence.
What part of it?
Physical evidence.
I want to see the non-human.
Yeah, exactly.
What part of the non-human?
His cock. Is that?
Oh,
play the.
Let's not beat around the bush here. We're all curious what their privates look like. Absolutely.
Oh, see his butthole.
Aliens don't have pecas.
Yeah. Payback's a bitch, aliens. We want to anally probe you now. It's our turn. That's right. All right. Here, check this out.
Intelligent extraterrestrials.
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency, what contractors, who should be called into the next hearing about UAPs, either in a public setting or even in a private setting? And you probably can't name names, but what agencies or organizations, contractors, et cetera, do we need to call in to get these questions answered, whether it's about funding, what programs are happening, and what's out there?
I can give you a specific cooperative and hostile witness list of specific individuals that were in those.
And how soon can we get that list?
I'm happy to provide that to you after the hearing.
Super. Thank you. And I yield back.
Who is
There's
this
a
lady?
lot
Is
to
this,
unpack
is this
there.
Congress? Is this Congress people?
Yeah, this is Congress. Yes.
Interesting.
Probably
That's fucking
state-
weird shit, man. That
Oh,
is weird shit.
That guy,
It's weird as shit.
Well, that guy.
Yeah, but you know
yeah,
what,
that
like
guy's
hearing-
a whistleblower because
Yeah.
that story didn't come out. So this guy came forward to give his story. Regardless, he'll probably.
I mean,
whatever, he's
I
got
feel like there's
whistleblowers.
bad actors all over the fucking thing, you know, and these like these big time hearings overall, like 9/11, JFK assassination, Iran Contra, all sorts of fucking wacky shit comes out. I mean, I'd love to hear more. It's fascinating. It really is. It definitely sells papers. So I could see why this is in the news. And, it's 2023. Of all the crazy shit that's happened, why not aliens? You know what I mean? Like, that makes total sense that we're going to have aliens coming by next year.
But it's like, we've heard all this crazy shit before, but is it true? That's the thing.
Well, the fact that they're talking about it in front of Congress is just fucking wild. You know what I mean? To me, like as a child,
I feel like it's a blatant red herring, and they think we're fucking stupid. That's what I think. I feel like it's a slap in the face.
I do wonder about that kind of stuff because they like throwing stuff that's not real in our face to distract us from like the important issues at hand. I guess we say that a lot, but
yeah, I mean, also, I bet you like
that's an important.
I bet you also, if you recovered a body from one of these crafts and it's a burnt up Chinese guy, I'm sure it looks like an alien. You know what I mean? You're like, I can't even. We're sure it's not human. It's hard to tell. This thing has been burned by some sort of radioactive engine that we've never seen before, so he looks all alien-like. But it was really just fucking,
Yeah, I mean that is possible. But
good point,
Those little
Deadpool. Speaking of prostate exams, aliens probably have really long fingers, skinny ones too, from what I've seen in the movies.
Exactly,
long skinny fingers. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we can make the aliens become prostate doctor, whatever they are.
Lemmy wants to see. Yeah, can I see your thumbs, please? Can we see a close look of those thumbs?
Mine?
No, it was an inside joke. That's an old thing. All right, I'm out of steam. I can't. I'm fucking.
You die.
All right, folks.
Okay.
Lemmy, do you have any? I know you got a show in the morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, correct?
Yep. Twitch.tv/Little Lemmy. I do one at 8:30 in the morning. They just put me on and fucking I'll lull you back to sleep or like drive you to work. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's a great way to start your day. I stand by that.
And
the Superior Morning Show.
The morning show.
Superior. So I won't even go there. I'll leave that one alone.
Don't even do it.
I'm a bad boy for even thinking like that. Balls Deep dropped your link in the chat there. So if anyone wants to check that out, go to Twitch. She's our lady on our show that we allow regularly, which is rare for the Backyard Boys. And of course, you can check us out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Anything else you want to find out about us, just click on the QR code or go to our link tree. On Friday night, we will be having Corn Diff and possibly Kyoto Whiskers if he can get his tech stuff figured out. We'll find out soon enough. Stevie Lou, what kind of shows might you be bumping into?
I'll say it here. Tomorrow, I am out on Stevie and Ski after MLC. I have a concert that I'm going to tomorrow night. I haven't been out much this summer. So
who are you going to see?
You probably don't know them.
The Blacks.
Yes, the Blacks. Joe Russo's Almost Dead. It's a Grateful Dead cover band that's fucking one of my favorites.
All right.
So
all right.
I've been following them for a long time. They're a bunch of really good musicians. But it's gonna be like 100. It's gonna be 100 degrees.
I'm gonna drop some.
It's 100-degree heat. It's an outdoor show. It's gonna be 95 at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So I'm gonna question myself and see how I'm gonna play it by ear. That's the wonderful. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water. It's starting. Lemmy, you can feel the heat's coming in already in the city. You guys know what heat is like. So we got Florida heat coming our way tomorrow, and I might trip on acid. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, see, I wasn't gonna say it.
So no Stevie and Ski on MS after S. Oh man. Hopefully he does something. I can't promise though. I would encourage him to do something, and if not, we will be back next week.
Bobby Nick, you got anything you want to shout out, buddy?
Well, on No Filter with Andrew and friends tomorrow night, we're having a little bit of a celebration for Jake Hudson because it is his birthday on Friday. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably send him the link on Friday also, so you might he might pop into BYB if he gets done early enough and has time at the end of the show. So we'll definitely give him a chance.
Happy
for
birthday,
that.
Jake. Happy early
P,
birthday.
Bobby P, do you think you'll be are you looking forward to seeing Korn and Jake Hudson on Friday?
I think it'd be a pisser.
Fuck you,
my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I like your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls.